tuna hian kan tan ngal mai anga dar thom pani le chan ve a refreshment hi alo thlen man chuan 12:30 a refreshment ei kan tu banga chuda project hi kan zo man kher lowang dar thom pani le chan ve malama chuan refreshment ei zo khan kan chunjom le anga kan ro man dan chon dar khada chuan zo fel man vekila kan tia kan zo man chuan dar ni le achan ve in car bor ve lang hi interaction with evaluators kha hun mangila kan tia national level a chuan meet the scientist program angte ro man thina chu tiang deuh chuan kan evaluators te nen in komna nau pangtan le guide teacher tan khan hun mangila kan tia chun closing function kha dar thuma tan turania khi kan tarang khian kan chief guest po education minister anianga guest of honor hi engineer HL Somliana chairman Mizoram Science Congress kan tia ani tak chu chief scientific officer ani chu Mizoram Science Congress nen kan ti ho wangin hei face khatna nia chu one guest of honor kan somani kha dar thuma chuan kan program closing poimo zual kha ani dona wangin kan tel vek anga tin nimin lama present to ho po kha voida hian refreshment kan order ke veka groupa khan kan soya chomalama low in relax engamo khoi molai hanwa cholok tul te kha om theya chutiang nga in lo choni puin refreshment aiman turin lo le le ula kan tia chuan interaction with evaluators kha ngai puimo bokila kan tia chuan closing function kha anitani ole kan tan thei tru evaluators kan in peya chuan child scientist te po in pein ka ria ms dong zuala kan soma saberanga hemi serial number ang hian minute drugna khan warning bell kha kan tirive thina kha chu ngai thutak lutuk lola minute drug aring nu khan minute ni in la neya nimin minimi khan minute driat pel kha chu panian oma pakhat kha minute kwale minute som don kha presentation da siama pakhat kha minute kwatling lo de olek minute driale second songma pathum angvel mang kha oma abak chu minute dia chunga khan ain khung veka atha khom mai kha in lo pel thet ani puin I she op lo ti lo la hela a hian a time management a kha kan vong ve hrim ani le ms dong zuala kan so me
hello coming to ms dong zuala ni new millennial high school rule so machanga represent tura rongkal kani Tuntum Children Science Congress achunga focal theme to understanding ecosystem for health and well-being ania kan sub theme to know your ecosystem team hein kan title of the project to study soil and water devastated by NHIDCL in rules of area tinia so na masabar in introduction number one, ecosystem are the planet life support system not only for human but also for all other life forms. Number two, human survival has fundamental needs for food, water, clean air, shelter, and regulated climatic condition. Three, understanding human impact on ecosystem affecting health and well-beings are also quite important. Chuan heng take an aims and objective 10 ia chuan pakhana hian to study soil and water devastated by NHIDCL in rules of area tinia hei hi NHIDCL in a kan tuile leite rules of area ti cheda karon zir chiang ania to a hian rules of kan khutanga tuya thadle thadlo karon zir chiang bok ania chuan in heng kan study area ania so lama kan mu so rules of village ka kan khuwa khan ta a heta hian sample pathum kan la a chuan heta hian tuivol hemi NHIDCL leila hi chuan sample panhi kan la ni chuan heng kan observation table te chu ni a chuan heng ti kan sample lak te chu ni pakhat na rules of water gravity hi rules of mina kan rin ani me ba ka site wall town area ina kan rin ani panhina hian tuivol river hi kayami kan zukla hai poi PHE department ke fang te hian thitfi ma inta ka chuaturin an pam chuak thin bok ani pathumna hian daranu tuipon hei hi rules of ma kan tui khur nei pakhat ania palina hian sai tual tui khur hei poi ru chomina tui khur kan nei pakhat tho ani chuan pangani hian tuival NHIDCL soil sample kha ni ta a hei hi NHIDCL in an lei da an lei nai na kan zuklak kha ni chuan hengte hi PHE laboratory kai fanga kan test kalpui dan te chu hetiang hi ni a pakhat na hian alkalinity hi tuya phakle phaklo te na kha ni a chuan hemi kan test dan method hi 50 ml of water sample a khan 3 ml of methyl orange le with sulfuric acid kan pula chuan a result hi light pink kan ia do heng chloride kan te dan hi 100 ml water a khan 100 ml water a hang potassium 1 ml of potassium chromate le with silver nitrate khan ita a chuan a result hi orange ani iron hardness hi tuya saklo te na khan ta a chuan kan test dan hi 50 ml water a khan 1 ml of ammonia buffer solution le area chrome black T indicator titrate with EDTS solution chuan a result hi wine red atanga blue color aron chuaka chuan iron hi tuya thire modare molawin chiara la om khan ta kan test dan hi 100 ml of water sample a khan 5 ml of HCCL khan ta chuan hei hi 40 ml thleng kha kan chuang thata a 40 ml thleng kan chuan thlak nu a khan 2 to 3 drops vel KMNO4 kan tela chuan 1 ml KSC kan tel boka chuan result kan mutani pH concentration of hydrogen ions ania 7 hnuailam hi acidic ania 7 chunglam hi basic ania 7 hi normal chuan kan hemi kan test dan ve thung chu tarbi pH tester han atui sample han kan zuk test mai ta chuan turbidity kan test dan hi chu PHE laboratory kai fanga khan an tester ha an mani khan atharan lewang khan an mani khan manan phal che lo chu wangin an mani khan an tia jar te a hin kan water sample khan da jar te khan shu 5 ka chuan a khol chunga khan an zuk da a khol chunga an da zon hu han turbidity test di khan meta chuan a result hi kan rom mu chuak ta a chuan to hian TDS hi total dissolved solids tuya thil sakhat loin chiara la om lo khan ita a chuan in hei kan test dan chu TDS tester tho khang kan test ni electrical conductivity hi hei po hi PHE laboratory te nang khol ha kan man thiam an rin lo wang khan an mani khan min ti saka chuan a result kan lo mu chuak ta ni chuan heng te hi kan result mu chhuat dan te chu ni a pakhat na hian rules of water gravity hi chu sai to town area ina kan rin ani wang hen tu hi chu a tha veka chadlo na lai po nei lo pan hina hian tuivol river hi chu a turbidity hi 26.1 line ya hi sang ma na kina nu chan te po kan soi tura te po ngai taila pathumna hian daranu tuipon hi chu alkalinity 92 hardness hi 80 turbidity 4.64 TDS 82.9 TDS le hardness le alkalinity hi asang fal ma alkalinity le hardness pe chu kan tuite sa hian asang berani chuan sai to tui khurpon hei po hi a hei chu a TDS asang fal ve thunga 98.5 ania chuan tuivol NHIDCL soil sample hi a pH 5.8 7 hnuailam ani wangin acidic tina ni a electrical conductivity 33.1 hei chiom vedet ani chuan in kan conclusion en session a chuan kan observation table kan hmuang khan rules of water gravity tui kha chu tha veka chuan so lo poina in tlaka taksa po harsan na ma thlen lawa panhina hian daranu tui kha chu alkalinity kha sang ma hardness nen khan a hardness sa na wang khan a hardness kha 80 ni ta kha tuya po kha a phuan tha thei lawa chuan alkalinity sang ma tu hi phak ma PHE laboratory kai fang a lab technician ina a soidan chuan daranu tui hi bacteria le dara tam ema wangin in tla ka angai lo chhuan so point in lo turin min du ani saitol tui khur ve thung hi chu TDS ka sang falta TDS san chan hi chu a chaka hian a ma in rule cho mi puite hian bolhon pai thina khami wang khan a TDS lo sang ta tan ani a chuan in hemi saitol tui khule daranu tui po hi rule choma kan chanchin buat te chuan in vak lo turing kan du thu ka kantar chuak to ni chuan palina hian tui lo nut chan kha ta tui lo nut chan ta kha chu emi NHIDCL wang hi nia hi alei lai aspel bank up pai na tur dik taka pai lo wang nia pai na tur dik taka pai se chuan kan tuite po alo thiang hlim zo ka nga kan environment ta na thalo tur thingle maute ati chereu na se ma chu mai ba ka leimina athen na se ma ni khang jong kha presentation ka ron nei the chu ni e lo me
zo na comment main zo na table khan in tita a himlo te nang khan enge reference in manang kami kha internan tarbiditi te po kha om thata diat ta ni khoi chin khinge safe a him te mela kha khai samialem
alkalinity a hi
ni lo tarbiditi heta ph bul che mi kha anita tro tarbiditi kha anu soina khatro ani tro anu soina kha ni ta ni chuan entirnan khi tuivol tui khi 26 alo ni ta sanglu to ki ta ni chuan engchin vel hinge tuifi ma kan ngai i semialem
kha ka chu PhD laboratory ke fang ta kha min shilo wa ha kan shi chia lo
okay tlang pui thuin 1 to 5 6 borvel he nin ka se cholo chuan kha sarpo khanin standard kha BIS hawinan manthin khanakina kalzel don jon shia tamo antinan adota khan hemi chin hi him chin angai ania chuwang jon hei hi chu a safety limit ai khan a sangani ti kha soitel ta ula chon scientific data in siam khan omji anei le thayenga ti kha kan comment tel lok ani chu thakhom me chon kha chanchin buak an chhuwa to te khain te tro a him lo in ti kha thakhom me kha hilaya zau ka sil te po kha tha ka te chon midang pon comment thau ka ringa a topic tak hit te min siam that deuh chungai mai thei ka tia aron landa na te hi by NHIDCL han ti ko te hi lo muta se min van etek ve kha ti kha pal theya engemo henge ni hei development work in a environment ngong dan tiang zong te khan in ti thei chon entenan chu mi te company ti kha jek tel lo ta ula sa thiam drok soila ya khan mina po mis khan soi to a chiang de umya he mi te wang han ti ngal kul kha a fu lo ve the ti lo jon tha ka ti khom mai tin enge ni tuna ka soyang khan khami data in siama khan entenan ten aron ompei ta dia ta ni alkalinity te pH po kha eng range chin hinge safety limit ti kha a reference kha sir bera ken da le ta ulamo chon hi BIS ina an siamania he mi chin hi hima he chu chumi range chunga chon oma chowang chon a thani he chon 5 a pe la himlo ti kha in ti tel thei chon ti kha kai ke ma tang chon ni mai
hello soil ki to study soil and water ti khani ta water khi chu in ti thaviau me soil ki sample khat chu in lak na chan min shil thiam
sample kha chok an lak chan hi chu NHIDCL ti tel kan du wang hana soil sample kha kan ron la ve shrim
chuan mo comparative study kha ititani tuya khi chuan a thalu tu kama se khi mi soil sample in lak khi mo hemi ne na te na tur hemi nen han kan ron te a pH le EC khi a in an lo na lai tur ka he compare na tur kha inei lo ta ni khi mi soil sample ngok khi i ron la ka wang khan khi lai khi chu fam kim lo deu kan ti he antinan tui khur khi tilai rule chom water gravity khi mi khi athiang him lu tuka ititani khi mi bula le khi han la ve chinta la mo athiang lim em kan lak reng khi mi rule chom tuivol khi mi khi iti na chan kha inei diat vek ta tro soil sample khi mi anti chat rin awangin khi mi sample khi ila anita chu reason chadeu inei ta ni khi mi compare tur khian rule chom khi in atangin a hla em rule chom water gravity khi mi rule chom water tui ilak na khi a hla em
la vok lo kan ina chang chuan
alat lo chuan mo khi mi bulal le nen khian han la le chin lang dang lam na omangem o ti khi mi pH le EC kilonita setin helaya hian daranu tui itikha I engeni TDS asan na chan ni a irin kha man lai chuan a chaka bollo an pai thini ti atro a thalu to kan ani tem daranu tui khi ni tro
sai to tui khurjok kha
e sai twal tui khurjok e o ani chuan TDS san na o khimi khi abula le khala ve le tala she thia mem khimi khat ni thum i nei khan khilaya tui vol NHDL soil sample ilak khi izir chian du ani a reference tur khan pahni i nei telani donana she thiam tro I objective kha abo chuang mi alowa khi iti belle theyangem lo ti bel chin la tro chumi taka iti bela chu I lo tling emotling lo po lo ni ta ang se in chanchin bua chuan han chhuwa le nge lak chu a thadon lu to kani chu thank you
atrakop may MS suti lai chuan in til Paul science ka
class 9
electrical conductivity unit so enge ka
unit desi ka ka va se chia tholo ve
a poilo athal tuk tho in china han isoi thuaka chi om ve tet ni itia isha thiam ti chu ariat tuka in curriculum pia lamania chu wang chon ne kan lo zo do we me chani mina po curriculum pia lam thiam le rian om wang han hei angai nom kan ti ve ni chu riat lo pon poilo ni chu athar rim enge conductivity a omem ti vel o in han ngei tor rim kha in ti thalu tu ke a interesting kop me elaya sarina asoyang to khanin atu pui hi tlemin I ti that to anga ning retin true study ti ringot poi tlemin enge ti danglam anga rim ni na langa a context te ingil taila studying ti tope monita se satia analyzing mo qualitative so on and so forth mo ti thalu tu ke kan lom lu tu ke
MBS lok soil kami sample lak dan khan soil lok
soil sample ki mo
ani lo water sample ka
water sample ki chu bottle intiat lo deuh thu ma han kan la khom deuh to pa mo chuan kha khan deuh mai
sampling a wang ani ka renga mo result ki chu mo sampling soil water sampling a chon fit khat le chan ve a thu tui ka mo tian tui hi tian bir lovin kan juk tianga chon ale tian kan le li thokanga tui kharon lu tang chu lak tur alo chon analysis adik thailo tmm chuan bottle kha man tur bi kom boka water sample lak na kha chu ni ka ring result ki ni turanga hi ni lawa athena pakhati sang ni chon pakhati sang ve tho tur om ve mo data khian ma se a buai deuh nuai awang khian sampling a diklawom ani he tin pakhada chuan daranu tui le sai tual tui khur ki en chen deuh le ka nga in ka ringa mo ki uluk deuh le ka nakina po an sarten om boka nakina kumdang le po hun rem chang om chuan kimi te pani phe ki chu uluk deuh le ka zir chen athat ka ringa kimi a khian interest me thea tin kimi a khian nachina mi ste soyang khan a soil sample khan om je nei thenga tin settlement lat zong in om je nei bokang tin sangha omle omlo in om je nei bokanga thingle mau danin om je nei bokang chung ho song chu hriat te langai ni tui long mo khatia ti khan diklova sampling a hian uluk ngai em ani tin ni le soil sample hian thingei lak
soil sample ki chu khuta tui vol ka
ai en thingei lak
tia
dei khai ru top me
tu tho nen
chu po chu dik lo le ta ni midang pon lo hre taula sampling hi uluka ngai lutuk sampling adik lo chuan adik lo vek soil sample kan la don chuan fit thum tal kan lai khuarang sathiam fit thum tal kan lai khuaranga a thena pe chuan fit li nga ya fit khat bialin mo fit khat bialin fit thuma mo fit li mo thu kan lai nga chuta among ami le chu kan lak tur ani chuan lung noi tel tur ani ro lung alo tel ni chuan chhut di vek tur ani chu test tur ani lo chuan dik thei lo nakena midang po kha ani tho me te ni mina kan ka sei talowa sampling uluk lo chuan in data song kha adik lo vek thei ne i project chu thalu to ka ngai no ma kha chu shit vek ngai na lo ta research level te lo nia a thalu to vai te kha nakin se
adota hian KCL pek sangi government Bethlehem Vengthang High School.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kesil Peksangi, and I'm representing Government Bethlehem Vengthang High School from Aizawl District. Our focal theme is Understanding Ecosystem for Health and Well-being, and sub-theme is Know Your Ecosystem, and our title of the project is Study of Ecosystem in Bethlehem Vengthang Cemetery. Ecosystem is a basic functional ecological self-sustaining unit of biosphere. It consists of all living and non-living components of a particular area that interacted and exchanged materials with each other. An ecosystem consists of two main components or factors. Number one, abiotic components. Abiotic components are non-living components like soil, air, water, light, inorganic and organic compounds. Number two, biotic components. Biotic components are living components like plants, animals, and microorganisms. Bethlehem Vengthang Cemetery is situated in the northeastern parts of Bethlehem Vengthang in Aizawl City. It is used by Bethlehem Vengthang and Bethlehem Veng Jubilee Corpses. It covers an area of 12.04 biga. In this cemetery, there are biotic components like plants, animals, and microorganisms, and there are abiotic components like soil, air, water in the form of vapors, and sunlight. The two components of ecosystems are interacted and dependent on each other. The benefits obtained from ecosystems are known as ecosystem services. These ecosystem services are important for our health and well-being. Hypothesis. The components of ecosystems present in Bethlehem Vengthang Cemetery are interrelated and dependent on each other. There are different ecosystem services in this cemetery, and they give us good health and well-being. Objectives. Number one, to identify the component of ecosystems present in Bethlehem Vengthang Cemetery, and number two, to study the interrelationship between biotic and abiotic component of ecosystem. Number three, to study the different ecosystem services present in the cemetery. Methodology and observations. Number one, identifications. We went to Bethlehem Vengthang Cemetery, and the following are our observations. Particulars, observe or amount. Number one, in biotic components, number of trees is about 437, number of plant species are approximately 25, number of animal species are approximately 15, and number of microorganisms is currently unknown. Number of tombstones we can count up trees 1,825. Number two, abiotic components like soil, air, water, and sunlight are also present in the cemetery. Plants like kiang, vaube, and mong, etc. are also present in the cemetery, and their scientific names are also written. Animals present are grasshopper and butterfly, etc. Interview. According to our interview with Pudaupuya in charge of Bethlehem Vengthang Cemetery, when there was a dead person, the member of every sections of Young Mizoram Association used to dig the grave as per routine. The member of Young Mizoram Association carefully manage the cemetery, and they always plant different types of trees in the cemetery area. They mark and label number on different trees for protecting the planted trees. Literature research. From our literature research, the following ecosystem services are obtained in the cemetery. Number one, provisioning services, and its functions are: number one, plants and animals are involved in food chain, so transfer of energy take place. Number two, there are medicinal plants like Tlangsam, Zapanlo, and Tontual, and Sunlu. Calcium and Zapanlau are used for anti-inflammations and antiseptic, etc. And Tontual are used for treating stomach ulcer, and Sunlu contains many vitamin C, and this improves our immune system. And number 2, regulating services. Regulating services and its functions are: number 1, plants absorb carbon dioxide produced by vehicle, smoke, etc. So they purify air. Number 2, due to transpiration process, water vapors are given off by the plants in the air, which is very important for the formations of rain. This also regulates temperatures and climate. Number 3, as there are many plants in this cemetery, they help to increase groundwater. Number 4, animals like insects in the cemetery help in pollinations. Number 3, sociocultural services and its functions is that it provides opportunities for recreation, spiritual, education, and cultural enrichment. Number 4, supporting services and its functions are: number 1, the dead bodies of plants and animals increase the soil fertility. Number 2, the vegetation's cover improve the soil stabilities of the area and also prevent soil erosions. Number 3, nutrients are recycled, and this is the result we get. This is the result we get from our research. Number 1, biotic and abiotic component of ecosystems are present in Bethlehem Venklang Cemetery. Number 2, the two components of ecosystems are interrelated and dependent on each other. Number 3, there are many ecosystem services in this cemetery, and they give us good health and well-being. Conclusions: as there are components of ecosystem in Bethlehem Venklang Cemetery, the process of ecosystem is going on. This helps us to obtain different ecosystem services which are important for our health and well-being. Solution to the problems: number 1, there's less air pollution due to the purifications of air. Number 2, we have a very comfortable temperatures as they regulate temperatures and climate. Number 3, as corpses are buried, there's no air, water, and soil pollution due to cremations. Number 4, the problems of finding place for recreation has been solved, as the cemetery is a good place for recreations. Follow-up: number 1, we had given an articles on our project to publish in Bulukham Venklang local news bulletin. And in our research, we requested the local people to clean and beautify the cemetery, to conserve different species of plants and animals, and to avoid taking drugs in the cemetery. Number 2, we search and write down the scientific names of all the plants in the cemetery. Number 3, we took photos of some animals in the cemetery. That's all for our project. Thank you.
KC Lalpek Sangi and your guide teacher Van Lal Ngaki, I congratulations. I would say you're studying in class 9. Now you have understood. Should I say continue in English or Mizo?
Maybe Mizo is better.
Okay, maybe Mizo. A concept iman viawin in mantlang viawin ka siya hey chanu polo telve atro objectives ka hanlet le role research mo experiment kan ti rengin kan objectives te hi kan mutura ni tani tro ama saber ki to identify the components of ecosystem itia iron muchaye ema tin in chanchin bua te hialin chwa tani tro. Number 2 to study the interrelationship between biotic and abiotic kitsu pai mai chinya katamo achan chu interrelationship wat zirtur khachuan masters vel inni hunanga yang so wang chuan khi chu pai mai ta ulang a interrelation tur chuan pol kwa a chuan ala sang deu ama ro chu klema kha engeni carbon dioxide te chuti he anmani purity iron soi kha chu apoimi alotani to study the different ecosystem services iti takhi nge omzia
Hemi cemetery area ecosystem services thengte kan zir chian
chu tak chu ecosystem I service itia khian engtinge izir
medicinal plants te le anchang kaina te kan zir tel buka
o chu ta tak chuan khitilayo component za khian a tel vek to ta tro chu wang chuan khimi po khian thil ati complicate sak che se thiam tro chuan adot le a han kalila inti tha hi ka tilu tuk top basic work inti himo hey hi kan appreciate he tilaya high fi khangai lo pol kwa tan chuan a thalu tu kani chu inveng he tilaya science curriculum atel lo kha in wazir tu tani izir male izir nuwa phe chuan iril rungai to na po scientific view to yan kan ringa ichia nu po ni tho ka ringa mo chuan in interview ititani we had interview with pudo puya committee member and in charge chu an ming hi lang mi alo tur o respondent 1 intimeyang an ming hi alang tur aningai lo ta and pulal rat fela intiboka hi respondent 2 ti athak me tur khatiang khan mo chuan hemi in interview result himin lo shil ka shechak
hemi kan interview na hianin hemi bethem veng khang zau zong le ti vel te kan zot da
pek sangi mo kesi anting kesi anti chang pek sangi
nti veve
ni chang kesi area in than na chan hian jek dal phela chona athale zolin ka ringa chan chu symmetry te ani nuai se na amolan sir vak ti khan om thene ma se allocation in school location atang chuan thanom tak khan reng ani tro nai vai chuan miss soilau dan deuh khan ka soi duwa panhina kha biotic le biotic kanita chuan I fang mir khan bu khoya nge che thin
thingkunga te chuan le ya te
kha thla la chu ei khathem kha tian thla kha in da meng chuan a biotic a khan I tilan mi lo in nei symmetry om nge shem in tilan lo amping point zia lo
no sir
stone monument than lung thamwa chuan than lung om nge kha biotic ani than lung a khan liking nilum ai lai te thala fu phelo chuan relationship ani na mai ki pathina ki khathem
yes sir
khatiang sel khan khathem mo
yes sir
objective inti pakhada khan tha te po khan in la ni khana langa kha lang vak lo em slide da khan kap mo vak lo han tikal lok te chen nu ka achiang vak lo wa thalak khimo fang mi sai ma tur khitian chi kha I thinga beta tro joining lo
hei chu than lung
thai khatiang chi kha relationship chu ni mai mo john fang mir in bu chep lai te nge liking nilumai lai mo khatiang got po khan ti ula relationship chu ni vek mai ni a thalu to ke in school atang in nai box ya atha project tha takani
rei to view nakin kan kesi kan comment felok nga I zo tur chu kan nei to lem lo ke chuan in thil ti dang lam tau chu in kan ti se langa chan chu team work ania heta builukham newspaper a hetia in han bulletin in han tar lang hi atha ka tia ke ni te poral veng to kan chu vea share ko na kan ti lai kan achan chu hi science congress in da tum chan ania ani na hetia mi va aware lai takahi tin chu hei kan dam chan po ni ve ni chu mo mi va riat in sar te po hei stam froi tu te po ma ni na chuang bang an va kual vak chan chu he tiang vek kha lo ni chu wang chuan khalai kha I atha ka ti ba ka ro pui ka te midang te pon i athente pe chu wanglai ni ate Mizoram science zone la te i hing te po hi tar chu zia zirtir tu in a pe chon nang mani in pe chon han zia kula zirtir tu in edit zoi se shethem author panin tikhan wanglai ni ate aizol po sa te lo zia kula athal tuk mi ti lo thil hi atam lu tu kan ni chu mo chu wang chuan in helai te hi mi dang tan po kan soi lang ve hrim hrim ani chu alom ove
Fancy Royal Baptist Higher Secondary School.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Fancila Shoizeli, and I'm from Baptist Higher Secondary School, Serkoan. The title of my project is Study of Traditional Food System in Mizoram and its impact on our health and well-being, under the sub-theme of Fostering Health, Nutrition and Well-being. Natural ecosystems provide services to humans that make life possible. Human health is a key factor for population well-being and depends on the conditions and functioning of the ecosystem. In Mizoram, fermented food, smoked meat, and cooking mixed vegetables are very common side dishes and has been traditionally inherited. These are the aims and objectives of the study. Number 1, to study the food system of Mizoram. Number 2, to find out the impacts of food system to human health. Number 3, to educate healthy food system to the people. The hypothesis. The way we process our foods deals our health and well-being positively as well as negatively. Need statement and relevance. It has been recommended that a study on the nutritive values of the Mizo traditionally processed foods would be significant to see the impact of such processing on the health of the Mizo community. Methodology. Number 1, by browsing internet for information. Number 2, by interviewing dietitian. This observation shows different food system, mode of processing and health effects. Number 1, sarep, smoked meat. Small pieces of meat are dried up by firewood. Smoked meat is a contaminated food. According to Calvert, harmful substances called polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic amines form when meat is cooked at very high temperatures. These compounds can lead to increased risk of cancer. Number 2, bekang fermented soya bean. Cooked soya bean are fermented by covering with sazutepui leaves or visa leaves and put it above the fire for 3 days and 3 nights. As there is a chance of deposition of harmful bacteria, it causes stomachache and food poisoning. Number 3, by mixed vegetables, cooked with baking soda. Cooking mixed vegetables with baking soda, salt, fermented soya bean, etc. Baking soda degrades the nutritious value of vegetables as it reduces vitamins C and D present in the vegetables. The data analysis and interpretation. From the observation, we can say that the way of food processing is very important to retain the nutritious value of foods. Some of the food processing can remove or reduce the nutrients and has negative effect on the health of a person. The result, too much consumption of unhygienic food cause diseases like cancer, hypertension, and food poisoning, and also some food processes remove the nutrients of the food. Solutions to the problems. Number 1, we must change the way of processing our food system. Number 2, healthy eating habits must be practiced at home, hotels, and restaurants. Future plans. Number 1, we aware the old people and younger generation to maintain a healthy food processing. Number 2, promoting health of the people by changing behavior with involvement of community, social media, etc. Thank you.
Fancy, should I ask you in English or in Mizo?
Mizo.
Imo, amines ka ingi omziale. Iron soy tiang emea. บอกเสรีปะจังกันหมูค่ะ
bacteria ที่ขัดนั่นนี่
อันนี้เลยเองนี่ค่ะอันนี้เราพบต่อ polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons ค่ะอีกยังไง
ค่ะอูดกันสโมกจังรุนสวกอังกันแบคทีเรียค่ะนี่ตา
โมแบคทีเรียนี่เราเคมีคอลเวกันนี่จุมวนมานี่ฮีจูน่าโพลิงจานี่
โพลกว่า
อินเนี้ยอีรอนเซียอวางินก็โจเจนี่จูเสียทีมตรอ
yes please
กันชานเทเราตัวที่จูเองนี่เสียเราไม่ค่ะอปุยมีอะไรวันนี้อ๋อเด่นsmoked meat ติเตเบกังติเตใบติเตโมขมีอังคาเละสะกันมันน่าอังจีโมจิรจาน่าชิวตัวนี้เอนเตอร์นานินหันบราวส์ตาละ cancer plus Mizoram ปอตีละเป research paper ตั้มโตลุดตุกันนี่จุโมข้างอังจังคันเฮชาร์เบลตัวจูเจวังตินเฮมี eating behavior อัจังcancer Mizoมีปุยมีเฮกัน population เตรียมอังหัว cancer เวอันต่ำเตโปเฮมี eating behavior วังฮีอันนี้ติเตโปอันเราจิรชวักตัวอันนี้จุโมค่ะหันชาร์เวชินชิมละอามาเองนี่นังมาโปกระดิ่งอามาeating behavior อีโลไงสักลุตุกเหลาขัดตัวน่าจวนยังไงสักเวียวตัวอินกระดิ่งนี่จุโมที่จวน research หันกัลเฉาปุยเซลตัวอังเหลานี่ตาละตุน science congress วังนี่ละวินอีกัลเฉาน่ะเซลตัวราโปคันเฮลำปังฮิจุอีไงตัวเวียวินกระดิ่งอดิเกม
yes please
อดิกงตังจุลายจวนเองนี่ข้างอังโฮอันเหลาจิรชวาโตนโม statistical data ปูอมวิกเนี่ยเฮติจัดอินาช่วงกว่าอินสเรปเอชินสุดาโป generation นี่เตอเชนะทุ่มเตโมอินาอันช่วงกว่าcancer อันเวดัน statistics เตโปเช่นที่อาเมมทิลทารันนี่เราจูวังจวน Mizoram University ควันให้ฮิจุกัลปุยให้ cancer ลำปังชิมกัลปุยนัสลุตุกอันนี้ตานี่จุโมอิชยาดเบลเจวังกริงทินอิงเงนี่ cancer อะโปอิงเงนี่เฮมีจกง cancer เตโม breast cancer เตจิช่างอัตเมย์จุงอังเตจูเฮติลายปากัลเบอร์จะดิโลโปคันเฮลายากัลปุยอันตำลุตุกตีขกันหันสวยนี่ตินใบที่อายันเองharmful เบอร์นี่อิรินใบกันเสียมนาอายัน
baking soda เตลค่ะ
baking soda เตล very good จวนอันนี้เลยใบขกันไม่เอาไม่โดนตีน้ำยังเองไงดัน
กันมีเราค่ะนี่เราวินตั้มค่ะนี่ตาค่ะเบลค่ะ harmful
claim ตรอค่ะvery good awareness กันเปกับพวกมีเราวกเสร็จสู่หันอินตีเด็กจู่ใครก็ได้รู้นะโดนลุตุกสวยนี่หลายอินก็ดูงาตุดไม่เท่ไรเขาเวทามอรู้ระวังพวกอินตรอสร์จู่วางจวนclaim เอ็นตีนั้นจู่ research ฉันเราติดนัสลุตุกโตไล่ขันโมจุดที่จัดการที่น่าเต็นออกมาการขัดตัวขัดยันออกมาการขัดนิงาตาลตับเตปนออกมานี่ข้ามีการ survey ช่วงกว่าคันgeneration น่ะจิรังคันโมช่วงแต่จู่หันชาดเบลตับเพย์อุลังจวนอวันไงนมเลสวลโดนawareness อินเปกน่าคันตีกันสวยดูอันนี้
thank you miss
okay
fancy ลุงเหลงอีเฟงไล่ยังไม่ยอม
yes sir
ช่วยฟังชิมทริปจะในการสอนดูใช่ลุงเหลงเฟงไล่ข้างของเวทตัวมั่วหลอมดูก็ตีชู too much consumption ตีไล่ข้างเนี่ยมั่วเฮ้ยอีรอนตีเขาพี่ก็ดูวิวไม่เสียบ่อยทักคอมเมตต์หลอมครบไม่ชวนสเรปจุงจ้างหิมบ่อยทักตัวชูเฮ้ยสารโซเอลข้างนี่จีน่ารอนชูเขามั่วเฮ้ยตีไล่กันเสร็จทีเฮมิเตออฟฟิเชียลสเรปเสียมน่าสเรปอุรนาโมชัดเดียวเมนเสียม DST โม Directorate of Science and Technology กวน Innovative in จู Science มีเลซ่าอินันเสียมันนี่จูสเรปน่าอบวยทักสิโนทิลีกันดูบ็อกเซียเก็บปนกันเลย อะไรมาสบิร์กันเลยจะบอกชวนที่เสียมชวนชักคบเมียทิ้งเคลมแต่มังอินเรียบซุ่งเมียมั่วอาการใส่ดูแลชูเนี่ย too much ตีไล่รอนเตลข้าก็สอนนัตุตั้มตะข้าอรอนซัวมาใส่เวงอรอนหัวข้าก็คอมเมนต์จากบ็อกซี่ขัดไล่รอนตีเตลข้านอรอนชนะจะกันง่ายมีสวยข้าดิกเจียมาใส่ข้าจู high level เลยเซ็ตบ็อกซี่ตัวนั้นมี too much ตีไล่ข้าอิงเช่นเงี้ย too much ตีข้าโมเตะดานอมเสจวนเงี้ยอิงไงดานเลย too much ฉันตีไล่ข้า
ไอ้ตำที่นี่เดียวเวลาโกง
เนี่ยไอ้ตำชิ้นสุดเองชิ้น
การ
เงี้
ขั
ย
ดเอาไฟสั่งเงี้ย
ไฟอย่างสัตว์เนี่ย
เนี่ยถ้าขัดเอาไฟขัดจุกเงี้ย
ไอ้สเรปจุกก็ไอ้ไงเราว่าไงจนก็เสียเลย
โอ้ซิรุสโมขัดไล่แต่ขัดกันเรียนไล่เนี่ยฉันชู awareness มีเป็นโดนตาตรอไอ้ตำสูติเทียมีจวนนี่อามาจวนนี่ตินไว้นี่จะจิงเลยตายเราไอ้เจ้าเทียไอ้ตำเราตุนนี่จวนจิงจะไอ้ตองติดเพนี่โมจวนเนี่ย too much ขัดเช่นขัดเรียนเราตาดิ science ตะกินกันไงตัวนี้จูเสียเมม
มาเสียสอนนี่ที่น่าไว้ขัดไอ้พวกจู่เราอมท้องเรานี่
โอ้จูตักจูอิรินดานจูเนี่ยจูตักจูกัดเสียดูไล่จูนี่จูมัดเชกันเสียดานอังเลวนี่โมเรื่องเราเตะถูกก็สวยกันที่เห็นเรื่องเราเตะทุสวยค่ะเรื่องเราเตะก็คอมเมนต์กันติดตามีนึงก็คอมเมนต์เห็นเรื่องเราเตะกันไงสารสาวธนาจูเรื่องเดียวกันที่ขัดยังเดียวกันนี่ไหมเสียเมม
อ๋อเรื่องเราเตะกันเราคอมเมนต์อ๋อที่โจนะกี่จวนกันโจตอนจะมาเส knowledge base สิกันโจเลี้ยมเรากี่จวนแต่อินสเรปเลยไปกังเลยไปเราทั้งตาอิงติงเฮมีแต่ปฐุมที่ปฐุมฮีทัน
เขามิโซเทียนี่ไอ้ตัวรังที่ที่อย่างนี้กันนี่ไงว่าสุดท้ายจวนอากมอนบีก็ทันสวดแต่ปฐุมมันเนี่ย
อาจารย์จูให้ไปกังแต่เราลันตาจวนนี่ให้ชิมแล้วป่าจนตั้งไปทูแต่กันหัวใจหรือเทียมเองตั้งไปทูแต่เราตีเสกโควิดปะเวงที่แต่ขันที่บอกเสียข้างแต่กันแฟนซีเห็นเราติดตาเสียติดแต่กันเราไงตัวตักกินอ่ะให้อีติดฉันตุกแกกันหลอมลุตุกแกอ๋อ
thank you sir
แล้วรินนุงีเราเตมาเรียนไฮสคูลเสียชีกันโซมามิโซเฮียนโจเซฟโรลุปุยาเราอินรินเลขาบอกสิละ
Good morning to you all. My name is Larry Nungaralte, and my friend here is Emmanuel Rimratfeli, and today we are here to represent Marian High School Certif for the Science Congress 2022. Here, our focal theme is Understanding Ecosystem for Health and Well-being. An ecosystem may be defined as the geographical area where the living and non-living interact with each other to form life. It consists of all the living organisms and the geographical area with which they interact. Subtheme: Social and Cultural Practice for Ecosystem and Health. Project title: Work on Our Ecosystem and Documents of Smoked Pork in Mizoram. Here, we choose pork because pig has been the main livestock of Mizo society and also the most liked meat of all. Our project here mainly focused on the preservation and on how can we rear healthy pigs. Objective number 1: to document how Mizo people preserve pork. Here in Mizoram, we usually preserve our pork to make it long-lasting and durable. We preserve it through a traditional smoking way in which we do not add any spices to the pork. Number 2, to document how to preserve pork for a longer time by salt. Here, we try out a new way in which we can preserve pork for a longer time, which is through salting. We add salt and other spices and smoke it on different way. The details for this will be shown later. Number 3, how to rear more healthy pigs. Stop importing pigs from outside the state, and also we can follow the future plan on how we can rear healthy and more pigs. Methodology: we had surveyed to local people of Certif, students of Marian High School, and also the DVO of Certiveti. The result of our survey is shown here in the graph. The blue bar here represents that we had surveyed to 540 people, and out of 540 people, 90.6%, which is of about 516 people eat pork, while the remaining 9.4%, which is about 54 people, do not eat pork. Out of 54 who do not eat pork, 53% do not eat just because they don't like the smell and taste of pork. 18.5 do not eat pork because of their diabetes, hypertension, and allergy. 14.8 are vegetarians, while 12.5 do not eat pork because of their religious belief. Now we come to experiment on Mizo traditional smoked pork. First, we start a fire. Here we should remember that we should only use wood, not bamboo or waste to smoke pork. We cut 1.337 kg of pork into 16 equal pieces, which weighed about 50 grams each. We skew those pork into a skewer made out of bamboo, and here the skewer is handmade by us. We place the skewer on a stand which is of about 2.1 feet from the ground. We make sure that we cover all the top and surface of the pork so that there will be enough smoke and heat to smoke our pork. And after smoking for 3 hours, we cool it down, put it in the refrigerator for longer preservation, or we can put in the room temperature as well. Our experiment on salt marinated smoked pork. First, we marinate 1.179 kg of pork into salt and other spices like jeera powder, black pepper powder, bay leaf powder, and garlic and ginger paste. After marinating for 24 hours, we skew those pork into skewer made out of bamboo. Here we add some pomelo skin over the fire so that that will enhance the smell of our pork. After covering all the surface of the pork, we smoke it for another 3 hours, cool it down, put it in the refrigerator for longer preservation, or we can put in the room temperature as well. We also want to document on how we preserve and prepared this salt marinated smoked pork and the Mizo traditional smoked pork. Here, as you can see in the picture, we prepared the marinated smoked pork by frying along with some vegetables like onions, potatoes, and tomatoes, and more, while the traditional smoked pork is prepared traditionally with mustard leaf. As you can see here in the picture, we enjoy and ate a lot. And from our experiment, we observed that many fat is lost when we smoke pork. In the Mizo traditional smoked pork, the weight decreased in a difference of about 497 grams, while in the salt marinated smoked pork, there is a weight in difference of 341 grams. Result of our survey, experiment, and studied. Most people of Sertip eat pork, and they prefer smoked pork rather than fresh pork. They often brought fresh pork instead of smoked pork because smoked pork here are a little expensive than fresh pork, so if they like smoked pork, they just buy fresh pork and smoke it themselves. Fresh pork are cheaper than smoked pork, and from our experiment, we observed that there is a profit of about 42% if we smoke pork ourselves. Traditional smoked pork lasts for 4 to 5 days without refrigerator, while the salt marinated smoked pork can be kept even a year. Now we come to conclusion of our project. Despite rearing of pig by majority of the population demands for pork exceeds supply, which means that even more and more people started rearing pigs, we still do not observe enough pork we required even before the SF spread. So we also want to conclude that we need to upgrade our method of preservation of pork for durability, and we also need to rear more so. Future plan. Stop importing pigs from outside the state. This stop importing pigs from outside the state may seem impossible, but if the government and the people work together in order to stop importing pigs from outside the state and stop the spreading of virus like ASF and killed hundreds of pigs, this can be possible. Rearing more so that there will be more local pigs and healthy pigs too. Domesticate our own pig varying from city to town. Here, domesticating pig in a city may seem impossible, but we got a report from our relatives in Aizawl saying that they have been rearing pigs on the rooftop. So it is possible to rear pigs in a town as well as in a city. Feed our pigs with more green leafy plants so that our pig will be healthy and taste good as Mizo people want. Cook their meal so that they will be protected from other viruses and disease. So pork is a tradition that we cannot separate from our society. So we need to rear more and more pigs. Rearing them in a healthy way and eating them in a healthy way will help grow our society better and healthier. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Renungi and Emmanuel. In soy tui boko atui ngotong.
Tui letok.
Alo mom. In project ka alo mom kop mai. Kati achan su miso in kan thil siam dan ka scientific takin inon da chua ka lom kati na ni ta chu ba ka ai thazok siam dan to recipe thar khai nan chop choka alomom katia kha tu idea nge
I kha Chinese how and practice china chu mai ba ka kan science teacher Miss Kim Kimi hianin alo ti photo china ni dawan wangin midangte dana shilsha nan le midang tam zokin kan lau ti china tan kan ron tar lang ani
o a thalo tu Chinese ka so sai mi lo tu ran mo o Miss Kim Kimi ti Miss Kim Kimin ati thin dan ani ya Chinese ti kha chu hre do ro ma se kha chu upgrade vector ni
oh anti ang
Miss
sa
Kim
kan
Khan
kan
oh chu tak chu lom a tha chu mo upgrade like kha tha recipe thar in sem kha tha sim tin mi zo in kan du dan ta ka recipe aron inon da kha a procedure jong zo inon da kha tha kha I enge original ti kha chuan mirang khan anon ti lo turangai taila ama che kha chuan voxarep kha kan lo kha kan lo ti mana ma se nang iron langa kha kan chak le tar tat me boi thak khop me ne jedan sang khau ma se tikhan zo thaidan tur chu tam tak chu thenga ma ka mu chuna chuan a thalam pangkha atam zok ani
lame
lo ome cái chú honest đâu ai chẳng hết trạc đâu thì honest đâu in scientific thì là citation reference back thì in back pop chân chú anh mày automatic in Newton là tepon mo Einstein là tepon relativity anh một số cả mà sẽ credit tấm tắc ape ni chú mo mày là lâu chuộc topic lâu lâu evolve chuộc lâu thăng chuộc chú in thăng liền tiêu ang hiền rồi mua in tiền với lại khata ăn thua các thứ tụ lâu in per chuộc pop anh big lâu ni chú mo cái chú honest tôi chẳng hết trạc thì cho nên til pakhat atoper kha Emmanuel min mulok te khoin cook their meal inti lai hi veti doctor lampang in rona an soi nge in nu le pate
o I kan pide pute panan soi china chuan chu mai ba ka DVO of certificate kha kan be ko bokamo kha khani survey kan nei changte po in an chu kan chum nge hianin chi seng thei shi lo theng thei laka te aveng ta shi te le nan la oman ve the na laka te khana venga wangin ti in doctor ara makthanga mo DVO of certificate khana soi bokani
khuta kan kazu ve lai kan timing USA itil ka riat cho chu kan university ting lampang animal lampang hi oma avok choi an chunga me lo chu chuanin ka han browse ta tak taka mizo te pa ki vok cho chu mi kan omlo mini o ti tur khop pianin alo ni chu makteu me chu chuanin mizo zinga po hian eng pigari nei nge o PBS pigarin timile khang te phi ka chuanin achum lo afa wayang chi do eng tin mon polakha an lo pedei to ni chuan mo chu enge karil ro lo lang mai ya hei in lo hriat lo palta kin tin mak to chu mizo te hianin randang zong hi cho hi kan pedeu top ni chu ar te pok kan chum sak me lo tro ma se vok berker hi asa tui kan ti big wange mani a choi kan lo chum saka amak ang reng kop mai amin mishingin kan yang tak hi kan pe ve ni chuanin thil dang pakhat kan hriat chian le cha ka chu heta ilo compare na hi beef le arsa ne nei compare na hi hemi data hi I khoi tang hi nei nge heta reference ila katangin
ni reference khan foodstruck.com mi kha kan la
atha reference in ti ka chuan Chinese ho ti dan ti te han lai in ang pa gani hello
Hello everyone, my name is Nancy Kopuimoyi. I'm class 9 student from Government Saitwal High School. Today I'm going to present our topic on recycling of discarded cigarette butts under sub-theme 5, Technological Innovation for Ecosystem and Health. Introduction. Mezia zuk chat lauzia kan shechewa awareness po kan nei na sahle ma ase cigarettes te hi vai lau le akai no izinga kan man na satber an la ni thau 4.5 trillion cigarette filters te hi kumtina pai chua an ni a kumsang ni som ni panga phei chuan za som nga pun belrin ani 95% cigarette filters te hi cellulose acetate plastic achanga siam an ni a choi theilo an ni kan cigarette filters pai te hi leilunga kumsom panga zet an chambang theibok kan objective te chu pakhatna to decontaminate the cigarette butts to reduce its toxicity. Number 2, to recycle and produce usable products from discarded cigarette butts. Methodology, collections of sample. Kan sample te hi mezia zumi somni te nena. Hetiang nga bom siam hian ti hian kan la khoma chuba ka kongkam le kholai chungin kan la khom bok ani. Pre-cleaning, kan cigarette filter za akor, akang bang, avable avai te kan pai chua nuin, at hala kami ang yan kan cigarette filter se chu kan pot parle ani. Sterilization. Cigarette filter za heavy metals te pai fainan an waya method bevante le akowa kerselo hu chua sa chu kan manga chung chu athala ka kan muang hen kan cigarette filter sugram som nga bukin 1 liters of 5% sodium chloride solution amini sum thum kan chia anhuwa 1 liters of 0.02% sulfuric acid mangin mini sum thum dang kan chia le bleaching kan cigarette filters te chu alo vara alo thiang lim zok nan 1% sodium hypochlorite solution mangin darkar so pani kan sia le bok rinsing and drying processed cigarette filter te chu detergent powder mangin kan sufaya 2 liter khata 5 ml of comfort fabric conditioner mangin minute nga kan sia tichuan athala kami yang hian nia kan phoro le ani fluffing kan fluffing process atan hian mizo la sai na kan manga athala ka kan muang hian hemi kan mau ken hi kan la sai na chu ania hemi mang hian kan la chu kan sai pu ko le ani result and discussion kan sample te hi thani chung kan la khoma hemi chung hian cigarette bung sangkha zasari somnga pathum kan la khoma juna zaruk somnga pathum le julaya zaruk somret pakwati kan la khoma heiba ka hian kholai le kongkam achungin zali le som pakhat kan la khom bok kan cigarette filters la khom te chu first star v capstan seal cuts wheel flex le win body te an ni a athala ka kan muang hen kan cigarette filters te hi an brand in ang law ang bokin an size po in ang lava chunga kan cigarette filter size te chu win body hi 2.6 cm se ni a capstan le v hi 2 cm se ni in capstan wheels flag le seal cut te hi 1.5 cm se te an ni bok formations of usable products kan cigarette filter te chu kan process sa heti hian alo chuak ta a lapuang me ne mania hemi mang hian he small pillow le softo hi kan siama hemi me ni lo cushion pillow bolster le adang tam tak siam nan man thei ani bok conclusion kan cigarette filters pai te hi leilunga kumsom pangazet an chambang thia biodegradable dilawin photodegradable an ni a chumi omzia chu ultraviolet radiation in thil te zo ka tike som theima sela a choiral theimiaw lo awangin leilunga lutin pollution thlen tu an ni tho thin vuina cigarette filters man changkai na koron soi awang hian zial zu khi koron soi moi haulawa a chhatlo zia po kan sha cheuka ama ero chu kan rama ngei po zia sang tam tak zuk ral reng ani thosi awangin heng kan cigarette filters te hi kan ecosystem ti chetu atana paingot ai chuan thil changkai zo ka kan man hian kan ecosystem ven himna na thil changkai tak ani ngei kan ring kan lo me
kan chu ma saper tiang kan chu ngai me lo min chu khal se la angai dom khop me kalau bi se ve dan thin na chi na thlan mol ecosystem lo ti te kha a chan chu in level ang tur project khi a omani chu tiang chu ke chon interesting ka tia tin hey guide teacher te le local puinu le pa te pokan oma project scientific project ani awang hian guide teacher hi an poimo lo thei lo ani chu PhD ma an poimo ania chu wang chuan in guide teacher te involvement ti meng nge an direction tur eng tiang takin nge naw pangte an pui ti hi alang thei em ani chu tianga chuan in tun project hi a interesting ka te tin atang le a chuan national level lo ni ta se national level a hianin hetia en thuaka enge an lo thorim pui ni ti riat thei hi an du vele tu ka ni chu tuna poyan alan chian na chu ti meang PPT han siam mai thei ang chi tur ta kha an lo mang lo ta tin standard size ang tak hetiang hian present turan ya national level a chuan PPT te videos te man phal mi lo ania kan ra thei le kan san te in chen lo wang hin an rem ti lo ma se na pangin nan lo mang lui ni chuanin an how chuang lem lo ma se point an pe lo top ani hetiang tur hi an ngai ngai ta chu tia chuanin tin azat tur po alo tik thlapa chui wang chuanin hei hi rebok tai la ti kha kan comment du rim tin hei an kai teacher hi a doctoral degree nei to nia rim environmental science lama chu wang chuan han comment vak po hi ke ni tan ke tan pe chuan physics degree tan pe chuan I ain tharun oma chung vel chu zo na po kan nei em lova ka comment thui to se ka du tok meang alo ome midang tan hun kan zo ange
hello me
nan se guide teacher te in project kha tha khop me keni zia zungai lo kha tiang kha kan lo se te chiam lawa hey brand name te hi lo tom ve hi lo ne so me a filter sei zong te po ha in ang ve ka mo ka lo te ka ai alo in ang lo ti te kha kan hriat thar pha kha shrim po kha ke tan chon knowledge kha ni ve to shrim mai alo mom lu tuk chon zial bung chu in char ngau mai mi
o kan char ba ka mi midang me zia zute kha bom kan siama chuan khamia khan min lo da sak boka
alo mom khop mai in lawa khan abom kha in zang chem chua reng ni chen kai thuakin ga ria
somni
la sain mang te kha awan tha in idea kha wa tra ve kha te te kha mizo technology kha in mang tela chuan waste management ani tela sustainability ni ta tuna ko ve chuan sustainability hi soi war berani kha inon mang vek ani chu afakom in project thaka tina ni chuan presentation style kha chu du thu samang chi cha presentation in manga chuan in thilin ron siam bok nen khan a tha ka tia chuan hian ham bel ulok kan ya ke chuan ka hralu tok lo na in fiat ve tet kan nei chu brand name a hian foreign anom ta ni tro first start te hi ni tro ani tlatinga ria ka chiang lo khopa vi le win body le first star hi ni tlatinga ria kha chian ni ta sela chuan khoi manufacturer kha khoi munami nge ti kha omle ta sela chuan ka dina chan chu hemi antinan win body sei big ta first star le v po sei big ta anwaya kapstan te sil katte will fleck te hi 1.5 cm vekania India product ani chu asiat san ve de na chu em karon ti ngal na chu zil kan zulu tuk lo na chungin Indian standard b ka chuan filter kha 1.5 cm turani ti dan te po khalo omani mai theni chu wan chuan apathum ma chung win body far star le v khau kha a sei set ta bi ka khan omzia kha chu nei ve mai theni ayang po chu ni sela kami vachu ril kha atulem lo ta tu na I chun khangai po ni lo fa inga inon ti chuka lomom inon khaina la kha in chu khoma moni ani
sar hei chu exhibition tanga kan til na turem chak ema kan ron mang
ani karinga kha woi bom te po ni ngria ani เขามีหูยินจิลคอม
Oh.
อ๋อไอเดียสมแล้วไหมอ่ะเราโมเม
Kan lo me.
Good morning to you all. My name is Esther Rengpui, class 10 from Mizoram High School. I'm here to do the presentation on the topic of preservation of ecosystem by using non-conventional energy, that is, biogas. Next slide, please. First, let's have a look at the aims and objective. Number 1, to generate energy from non-conventional source. Number 2, to balance ecological system. Number 3, to give awareness to dairy farmers the benefit of using waste product and thus helping the upliftment of their economic status. Number 4, to make aware the people about this type of sources of energy. Biogas is a biofuel derived from natural process of anaerobic decomposition, which happens in the absence of oxygen. When the organic matter decomposes, a blend of gases is released, primarily methane and carbon dioxide. Food waste, animal manure, wastewater, and crop residue are some of the organic materials used for biogas. Biogas contains 40% to 60% methane, a biofuel with debut flame which produces energy. Biogas is used as fuel in generating electricity, further processed to produce biomethane, used as fuel for cars, and a byproduct digested to be used as fertilizer. Biogas plant is one of the most ecological electricity generation processes that exist today. The use of biogas plant is the most efficient control of the organic decomposition process that exists today. Now these are the material used. Number 1, cement, sand, and brick for constructing the biogas plant. Number 2, metallic cylinder for storing the gas. Number 3, pipe for making the pet for gas. Number 4, biogas stove for storing the gas. Number 5, kettle dung, chief raw material for biogas plant. Next, let's transfer our attention to the methodology. We use survey method. AH and VT department has constructed many biogas plants for the dairy farmers. We visit the select families for spot verification and conduct head count of the number of dairy animals. After that, number of family members also inquired from the ration card. Father of the family was interviewed about the normal use of cooking gas before biogas plant has been constructed. And also the approximate production of natural manure was also asked. We analyzed the data. The table shows that before construction of biogas plant, the family of Mr. Nukul, 27 number of family members, normally use 6 numbers of cylinder of cooking gas, which is costing approximately rupees 1,215 per cylinder. After using biogas plant, number of cylinder used was reduced to 3 numbers of cylinder of cooking gas, which saved rupees 43,740 in a year. Now let's move on to the observation based on the survey. From the survey, we can conclude that the dairy farmers who use biogas plant have very much benefit in many ways as below. Number 1, a large sum of money for cooking gas in a year could be saved. Number 2, the production and use of biogas for domestic purposes can drastically reduce the depletion of natural resources like forests. Number 3, it removes dependence on forests and enhances greeneries, leading to environmental improvement. Here are the results. By using biogas plant, dairy farmers save money in cooking. From biogas plant, the farmers profited by saving expenditure on cooking gas. By using organic manure from biogas plant, the users receive better return in kind and in cash from their agricultural crops like maize, pumpkin, cowpea, bean, mustard, etc. The following points are the advantages of using biogas. Number 1, biogas is eco-friendly. Number 2, biogas is low cost and manure yield. Number 3, biogas generation reduces soil and water pollution. Number 4, biogas is a clean and renewable energy sources. Number 5, biogas generates organic fertilizer. The future plans can be given as follows. Use of biogas needs to be popularized among the dairy farmers for their own benefits in terms of economy, increase crop production and ecological balance. And from the above observation and information, we can conclude that the departmental program for construction of biogas plant for the farmers needs to be better popularized for the benefits of more farmers. A biogas installation can solve the problems of animal waste and agricultural waste, and it is converted into money. From the waste, we obtain monetary benefits and jobs in the biogas plant itself, improving the local economy. Thank you very much.
Just Terry. Angai nom le mai project tra takania kha in school atang in na ahlaem
Sa ve thawa thal tuk lau tu tiangin.
In business mean kaldun
Chuan ka chuan pathum te nen ka.
Chuan pathum nen mo chuan entinge a pipe kha an thuk om na le mo biogas khuran siam na le mo thuk kha entia hla nge le
Moi ti moi sei ka the.
Biogas an siam na mun le mo thuk an thil an chauka neng chu ain kar la chong te yenem
Ai en lawa tu tak chu kan en lawa ma se a thei vek a sui in a sei phat chuan a thei vek.
ai ka sei om je chu mo khami kha a sui sei dana zir khan a hlok in hlok le don lova tunami pahni khai compare ta semo pahni a khan khoi jong e hlok ang ti kha om turan tani adikem biogas khursiam na mun le chauka nai zo kha hlok zok don chuwang chuan khatilai khan mo pahni thil pahnin compare ani chuan khami leng khan da telula inge zona inge aron chui thiam thei don ni adikitem
digatok
a chan chu tu na khan thil pahni kha in khan an hlok na lampang khai ron chu chho to sia khatilai ta khan I pakhat zo kha chu ani na nang che lo do khan don tinani chumo dikem kha kan zo du tiang do hi sia hian ron present thina Bethel school champai Chanel sona hian an hostela tiang kha sia mo hostel zilai kha nga me kha nge ekin khurle an chau kha pipe khana zom me khan en nge ni ta jin tumin a munam le me kha tiang do kha min mit thla tira ani po kha a sui a toite ti awang khana a thata chu tiang do chuan ka tuna ka lo mit thla chu tuna mi kha sei zong tur khamo chuan chung ko kha in thlawang reng box ya ti khan an omput me tina me thuk insang en man pakhat ve nge pani
pakhat ve ven mang
khatilai kha kan redu boka alo mo me
tu chuan ruthilarin omi government bazar middle school longklai kan somanga adota nexa tilarem sangi torti high school khozol district lowinding le sela chumi dota chuan kolbi alor het pui little flower convent middle school serchip kamitin kha puang le ri la thange.
A very good morning to you all. It is a pleasure to introduce myself. I am Ruthila Rinomi, representing Government Bazar Medial from Longklai. It is a great honor to be standing in front of my fellow students, respected and individuals. Today, our focal theme of the 30th National Children's Science Congress is Understanding Ecosystem for Health and Well-Being. Sub-theme, Fostering Health, Nutrition and Well-Being. Our topic is Healthy Diet, Balanced Diet. So, what is balanced diet? Balanced diet means getting the right types and amounts of foods and drinks to supply nutrition and energy for maintaining body cell, tissues, and organs and for supporting normal growth and development. This means we can eat different kinds of food, but only in the right proportion. There are so many varieties of food and drink this day, but we cannot eat only what we want. What is need for our body is important. Here we have aims and objectives. I will read out the points loudly. 1. To learn about different groups of foods. 2. To know what is balanced diet and importance of balanced diet. 3. To know what food is good or bad for our health. 4. The effects that a poor diet has on the body. 5. To understand the terms overweight and underweight. 6. To promote the physical and mental growth and development of human being. 7. Describe the food pyramid. 8. The effects that a good diet impacts on the body. Next. Healthy eating plate. Here is a plate full of healthy eating plate we must take every day. Let us divide the plate into 4 parts. The first one contains rice. Rice is the main food that we eat every day. But we must eat only healthy rice, I suggest basmati, arham and local rice. The second one contains proteins. We must know that proteins is good for our muscle. So whenever we eat food, we must eat a food that contains proteins like beans, fish, nuts, red meat. The third one contains vegetables. Cabbage, lettuce, carrot, etc. Here I suggest more local product because it is fresh and healthy. The fourth contains fruits, vitamins. I have something to say about this. In Mizoram, we don't eat fruits in our food plate. Kan cho ai khama kan cho ai a indigest chatnan thei hi kan ai za turani. What is junk food? Food that is quick and easy to prepare and eat, but that is thought to be bad for our health. Health effect on junk food. 1. It makes us obese. 2. It also increases blood pressure. 3. Junk food can cause health problems to our organs. 4. Tooth decay. Next. Here we have food pyramid. As you can see, it is a triangle shape. This pyramid shows the types and serving size for the foods we should eat every day to stay healthy. Food are placed in the pyramid to show how important to our health. We should eat more food. We should eat more food. Tuna hen food pyramid kan lau siama. Food pyramid hi kan ron siam chan chu kan balanced diet and tirnana char chatak ani wangani. Heti han anwai pyramid alian ber hi ni tina kan cho ai. Cho ani a chuan a chung le sheta a ai na zim sheta hei hi fruits le vegetables te ni a chuan a chung le sheta a ai na zim le a hei hi meat salam chi ni a chuan a chung ber a zim ber hi kan ei tlem ber tur ani a mom lamte thum lamte al lamte hi ani tobacco kan rama hianin mitam takin rui thei thil kan ti a shikhar te po hi zir lai tam takin kan eya kan taksa ta na thalo emema hen shikhar kan ei te hian kan ri la tipana pumpui kan sarte min thlen theiya min thlen theia chu wang chom consuming a lot of tobacco like cigarette, guava, sada, tuibur, etc. affect the health of a person. Thank you.
Alom khop mai tunami kha kan mamo takania ma se thil ti harsa si ni ruthi te ran thang thiama chuan ke balance diet hian soi thina kare rom fo chu mizo balance diet hi dang deu angi mo te kalote hei khovera chun sir na tuna iran tiang chi chat te po kha ta pyramid te po ka hemi hilly terrain te tribal people tante plain people tante hian ashan deu hi kalo ring thina heta mis ritai om bokaron soi thenga I am fortunate sila tunami kha anol pitan chuan thil thavek kha ani dona ti thei kha chuan ni le nangmain in mudanin balanced diet 18 in shame
tlem chuan
ni le hemi chung cha hian nge district ka khani ron present to state level ron ti mine improvement a omem englai ange
ai zoli voi khat ma gala zin ngai lawa
khaya wa lo mom ve
galo zin ve thei pa
ai chu kha khani a idang mata na benefit ta chu ka zona chu project bi ka khan mo ti danglam inayem ai zola ron kalta ka chuan
ama sa zo ka khan in mizoing ka presena
มาเสตุนาฮิยัน English สินโอ
อัชลุตุกเต็มชัตตะกันดิไม่สอนโดนเล่ไหมมันนี่ละจังกันพูดกอลวักตัวเจเนี่ยไอโซลไว้ขัดกันนั่นแต่จู Science Center เตปนี่สารหัวอินวักกันมันนั่งจูไว้จันนัวเจมบอกแต่สตัมลำปังกันหัวตัวเตปอินออกมาอินกัลดูตอนพัดจังกันเราเปโลเวกังอารมณ์ CSC ฟังไอ้รันแข่งเทค่ะที่เซลดอนเนี่ย
อารมณ์ไหม
อารมณ์โอเครู้ที่สอยไงน้องคบไหมจนสิคาร์ฮีเราลังสิคาร์เลยไงกุดข้าลอีเทียนเตให้เตียงมวมไอจีที่เอ็งซัดเงี้ยอีกเรื่องอะไรกันอีเทียนเนี่ยมออีชุ่งเตอีเสียจินเอ็งซัดเวลเงี้ยมั้ง
อันเวนวล
ที่ช่วยเอ็งซัดเวลเงี้ยยัง
ปริยัติเวลจุนยัง
น้องจนไอ้เหล่าตรอ
ไอ้เหล่า
อันนี้ไอ้ไลน์ที่เธออารมณ์เอาไปอัฐัลตัวจุกตัวจุนี่แหละอัฐัลเอาไว้ให้กันซิร์จีงาเกย์ยากันเอ็นชินาที่ยันhealth minister เตตินปูเอริกโซมอยดรเอริกโซมอยเตปอนให้เตียงนี้อันสวยนั่นสัลตุกตีเตอีสิลังเอ็มเงี้ยอีเหล่าสิลเตกต่อจอก
ก็สิลเวชินามาเสอันมันเห็นน่ะเจอเราตัวกันไอ้ลุยเซลเท่า
นี่ว่าไปครบไหมจันให้มีโปรเจกต์จุงจ้าที่กระเรื่องเหล่าหลังเว็บประคัจูให้ปูเอริกโซมอยเตปอนอันสวยนั่นซาcommunicable และ non communicable ที่จะเสียออกมานี่จูอินกายชนเทเลอินกายชนเทเลจนตัวนั้นอีสวยจงค่ะ non communicable ที่อันนี้นี่จูให้ communicable กันติจูให้เอ็งเตี้ยกันเตียงAIDS กันเตียงจีเตจูกันละ serious ตานี่จูว่ามาเส non communicable ที่กันละ serious แล้วว่าให้จุดเตียงวางจนที่กันต่ำโจปกเสียให้ hypertension วางเตให้ cancer วางเตที่กันต่ำได้โจกันใน HIจะวางจนมิโซรามาแต่พอให้ medical science แล้วปังแต่ปนให้มิสแต่พอเห็นยังริ้วเล่า revive เลยเห็นตัวมันนี่ชั่วโมงจุดเดียวจนเงี้ยหน้าไปหมดตักอีถกเวนิติค่ะก็รัวเราเล่ากันคอมเมนต์นั่นนี่ชูกันหลอมแล้วตัวแก
อะไร
My name is Tilarem Sangi and my partner name is Lelrin Louis. We came from Tualte, Kozol District. Firstly, we would like to give a warm welcome in the name of Kozol District who present today at Mizoram Children's Science Congress. As we can see, our focal theme, Understanding Ecosystem for Health and Well-being. Under our focal theme, our project title is Study of pH, Moisture Level and Temperature of Soil for the plantation of tomatoes in different locations of Tualte village. And here are aims and objectives of the study. Number 1, to study and observe the pH level of the soil. Number 2, to study how pH level, moisture level, and temperature affect in the growth of plants and crops in the field area. Hypothesis, the pH level, moisture level, and temperature of the soil are the factors which result in the proper growth of vegetation. This project aims to study the qualities of soil for better plantation of tomatoes. One is to study the qualities of soil. To enhance or mitigate the loss of production of crops, it is imperative to learn the qualities of soil. Otherwise, it can be a waste of time and money for one's effort. Did you know soil can be alkaline, neutral, or acid? Most plants grow best in soil near neutral pH, but some plants prefer slightly acid and others slightly alkaline. The value of pH ranges from 0 to 14 and moisture level 0 to 100%. Temperature can be ranged from 10 to 35 degrees Celsius, and tomatoes require temperature between 21 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius and pH level between 6.2 to 6.8. The qualities production of crop depends on the pH, moisture level, and temperature of the soil, and also tomatoes is a warm season crop. Methodology, A. Survey method. The cultivation field, namely Selupan, Rialden, Munhwai, Zaupai, Leipop, Mualkhang and Mundao is the main area of experimentation of the soil. B. Experimentation. Soil sampling test. We test by pH tester as we can see in the picture. The acid soil is 0 to 6 and on the pH scale 8 to 14. On the pH scale for alkaline soil and 7 is neutral. Data collection value recorded for pH level 0 to 14, moisture level 0 to 100% and temperature level 10 to 35 degrees Celsius. Observation. Name of field location. Selupa, Narialden, Munhuay, Zaupai, Leipop, Mualkhang, and Mundao. The first one is pH level and the second one is mean moisture level of soil in percent. Temperature of the soil is, as we can see, the last one. Result. From our survey and experimentation method, we have found that the pH level of the soil is 6.7 in average. The average moisture level from the experiment is 64%. The average temperature of the soil is 24.2 degrees Celsius. In 2021, we harvest tomatoes 5,399 quintals and our generated income is 2 crore 60 lakh 32,000. In this year 2022 till May, we harvest 453 and our generated income is 31 lakh 62,000. Conclusion. The pH level, moisture level, and temperature is different in different locations. Acid soil deficient in calcium and magnesium contain excessive amount of carbon dioxide, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid. And common in moisture-rich climate. Alkaline soil deficient in zinc, copper, boron, and manganese contain excessive sodium, calcium, and magnesium, trouble absorbing nutrients, common in arid climate with little rainfall, long growing season and temperature requirement. Tomatoes must be started indoor 20 to 25 days before being moved permanently into the growing field. There are tomatoes that ripen in 55 days and varieties that require 3 months of hot weather to produce their crop. Solution to the problem. Every household should test the soil pH level, adjust pH level by providing proper nutrients to the soil, raise the pH of soil by adding limestone to the soil. As we can see in the picture, limestone acts as soil acid neutralizer and consists either calcium and magnesium carbonate or calcium carbonate. Future plan. Applying traditional knowledge and scientific way to make growth more productive. Seek help from district and block office for soil tests and ask for subsidized nutrients. Government should act as a stakeholder to become self-reliant in production of crop, which in turn provide income for the hard-working family. Hey, kanshat angin tomato hi kansin hian tomato kan tharma tomato engma ahlok na kan telma hian alo bera adam doi mana hian singli chu ange nge in kan mangani chu atlem thei anga kan soikha anita chu tiang ani awang chuan hei tomato ching tu te hi zingkara anlo don zinga phei chuan khovar ma dar thumemo dar li vela kalin zinga chungte nen po cho eman lovin anoma tlai taktaka dar sarin emodaru ka te anron hole chinta chuti khop chuan kan thokrima ma se tomato hi aching tu te hianin engma a market kan shelo ngai lawa a red po kan shelo ngai lawa chutang ni wang chuan tomato tam tak kan china tam tak kan thara a red mu mala omle si lawani kha chuanin tomato ching tu te chung ko economic kha atlak niam pha dona an chung ko mahun chu angai to omvia dona ni chu tiang ni wang chuan kan sarkar lai pui han tomato kan chin na hian tomato kan thar ma de janghan aret mumal tak hi melo siam sak the se lo shelok theila market mumal tak lo nei theila chuan hei kan sha tangin kan khwa chu tolte khwa chu tomato thar tam khwain kan lara district pona te kan shal chwaka state pona te chuan tuna po hianin foreign kan shal bokani chuan hei Mizoram pakhat na tan tomato ketchup tolte tomato ketchup kan siam boka ma se shal chhothen kan la siam cha lova chu tiang chu ania chu wangin sarkar hian tun aya na sa deuh hian ma min lak pui theise tomato red mumal tak min lo hi min siam sak theise ti kha voina kan present thei chu ni kalome
ram sangi te in project angai nom ne mai tolte location khai lot soi lo ngar siam slide ta khan om lo tro am salama khan
Khozol district
ai kha ka tho mo ai realize ta khamo om zia chuan agriculture lampang atang iniron soita ne chuan allocation ka lat long chu te jata tiang chi te elevation tiang chi te ka apoi mo lu tuk ta ne kha ishat hengem elevation en sat phang nge intia sa nge om
shet sia lo ma se ate chu kan te thei thamang
in te thei nge yang kha om thei ta se chuan kariro chuan om ta chuan in project title khan tilang te le chenu khan in title khan mo enge tuna khan isoi mai ifem ka relova han en le lok lamo I title khan share te
Study of pH, moisture level, and temperature of soil for the plantation of tomatoes in different locations of the
moisture level here result kam hulo ni kam hulo em ka hello han ti chinte moisture tak hi kalau en deu le ka han ti len le lok te
alaya hi
kalau mo mai ni here chuan ki kan en ta tro chuan pH value po kan muta ni ching khan isoi to tomato tan chuan 6.2 to 6.8 hi ideal ani pH value chu ti ta ni le moisture le temperature khian nge ideal nyang
moisture level hi chuanin 78% borvel ni ta se chuan temperature a chuan kha ka soi thoba 21 degrees the temperature hi chuan 21 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius
khami hanti khamo moisture level ki ani le che lo tro chuan in mu chu chen akian pH value hi 6.7 ani ta chuan scientist an ti chu kha chuan 6.2 to 6.8 ani ta chuan alkalinity ani sange salinity asang
acidity sang
acidity sang ta tro chuan ki paper publication to akhan ala huam chunga chun la thota a moisture level kha adang hretem tuna 64% in mutatro ideal kha nge kha
70
a phalo ta tro chuan pH value akhian an niam nge sang lampang kha ni le bokta chuan temperature kha 21 ti bokatro
21 to 24
langai dam theya chu om je chu tol te khan tomato khan thar tam thung si kam ami ideal tomato china ta na ideal value khan achi ang vel tling no ang khala ni thoti na ni chu result thani thowa chuan in man ruwa ho khi in sar in ngai to pui le chu ni in langa in school ni nan nei sami
nilawe kan guide teacher ta
ani karing re kha ta kha alomom in guide teacher an phurpui che choni alomom kha kan hre du lai ni khatiang kha hei sar sau thana kalo zo to pH in provide china mi kalo te school line dong thimi kan dong ai lo do ti box ya in zirti tu in nei tha ti lange alomom in project pong ai nom
thank you sir
in kai teacher hi mani lo khan bekina alam tur mo ko te hei in lo thok na sa le til ka riat du ke chon riat chian du ko ne pH level moisture level temperature in te hian in data hi pathum data points pathum in ne ya heng hi mun sang in te nge mun khat kha ni tin nge hun tanga in la
mun sang kan te
okay temperature te po chu teng vek chon ani le in lak hun chu ซิงเงชูนเงไหล
Tuna.
ชูนไลเวล่ะอันนี้เลยให้มี pH value ก็อีตะกินอีเทียนนุ่มมิ่งกันตัวค่ะแล้วเรียนลุยตรอเรียนรู้อีเล็ดลกเทียมอัตลักษณ์โอ้ให้ไฟขัดเตะเล็ดเลยเราไฟขัดให้ที่ pH value เตะนะคือที่แค่อินวิดพุนตาตรอเอ็งเตียงก็ถูกไงอินวิดพุน
6 to 7 inches.
จู่ๆสแตนดาร์ดอติดานตัวเนี่ยโอเคอันนี้ตักจู่อารมณ์โอเคทีนี้ให้มีโปรเจกต์ที่ดังลำกติฉันจู่ตัวเตะที่เอ็งเรา LPS กุดนตกตู้เตะหัวหันกับเราเอ็นเวตัวอินเอ็งเราเวลค่ะจนให้มีโปรเจกต์ดังลำนั้นจู่คัดเตียงจีให้เอ็งsociety outreach อันไหนเวงฮาลนี่จู่อินปุยงาลที่นี่จู่ปกินโม่จู่หวังตัวนี้เสียไหนก็ให้กันสวยเละทีนะให้เตียงที่กันติชันค่ะนี่มีดังแต่พออันนี้เฟกให้ society problem ซาเฮ้ว่า identify คำมีว่าติเวค่ะอันเนี้ยจู่หวังตัวนี้interesting เละสัวแล้วนี่อารมณ์โอเค
Thank you, sir.
ให้มี a value in เวลาคิโมเองติคุณลายเงี้ยยังจะสารให้ฮิตสุสารมาดินักยานินเนี่ยแล้วนี่ตาอังเซลังอันนี้เอ็นเตนันฟูไลน์ดังลำเทมฟูpre monsoon post monsoon ค่ะอันนี้ตาส่วน we have pre monsoon ออกมา monsoon and post monsoon กันในตานี่ตรอที่มีอินลาคุณไลน์ที่pre เงี้ย post เงี้ยที่ที่เขาหันสวยเละเดี๋ยวตาอุลังอัชันซุโมตัวน่ะin data la ka hi mun antenan selu pian mi
Selupan.
Selupan ayan mun thuma in la a thata ni mun thuma in lata chuta average in ron lata a chalu tuk ta ma se hemi hini khat chau in kal kha apoi na chuang mi alawa mo comparative po kha ngai chuang lo ma se he kan kal hun hi pre monsoon nge monsoon season lai nge post monsoon ti vel kha soi shim ulamo chuan ati nge chiang le zwal don ani chu ole thank you
kalau tel velok asan so amuna kal to min shalo mai thea I lo zo tang in ho huna ben ate ho khamo in ke chap siam tur te kha kan boi phuyaอันส่วนเทปตัวไอ้ทลากโปนี่จินลกการมีรอนทนะกันสวยดูจูสารคริสสวยข้านี่ society ตักอันว่า address ลายข้าพอยมัวจนก็เสียดเวจากโลกจูอินคดลุจุงข้าคุยคิงมุนเจ้าพาย real เด่นที่คุยคิมีมุนอาเขียนอินคัวข้าเตียนอมตาตรอตัวเตะข้าจูจนเฮตทั้งละมาหันจริงเจ้าว่าอัจฉริหันจริงบุกตานี่จนคุยคิงคนลุจุงลำปังคุย
เฮ้ยได้ไหม
มีอาเขียนselupan real den mual
selupan hi khochung ami nia
khochon adata khan tele lok tele adot chemi kha table kha table selupan mo chuan okay selupan again moisture ki niam ta ni tro I mamo kha phalo lu tuk ta ni adikem 80 vel itiam kha moisture in mamo zat kha 70 เวลตาสรุปพานาพะโลตาตรอจวนเจ้าพายนิยมเลตานี่อาชันจูกัน evaluator จะบอกกันสิเลมิดังกันหิลปาดูจูตักขันกันหมดตัวนี้แค่มีสรุปพานันทีมีแค่ตัวมาโตคาราเซล่ะอันโหลขันอันดัชเรย์เทลตานี่จวนกันที่โดนเนี่ยกันที่อามาเสียอันมินเราติขลันดาตาให้กันมังซุยโตไม่เนี่ยจุกไอ้นี่ปนชาลุตุKVK อ่ะพวกhanกันสิลโตโคโซล่ะคันจู่ๆ reason นะข้าจนกันดูนี่แกนี่พวกhanโมมาเสียหิไทยนนท์เนี่ยเฮ้นักกินมินเปอุละจวนกันที่เฮาเลยอ่ะกันที่พาร์ทเมนต์เนี่ยจวนกันที่เลยโอเคก็ตีนะจันจู่อัฐลุตุก็เฮ้ตาเฮ้กุมขตาหน่วยจันนี่จวงกันละลุติจงเนี่ยนนติตานี่กีฬากีทะลุตัวกันสวยดูจู real problem มันค่ะมุนักหันหูเวนี่วังคันินอารมณ์กติยาชวนเงี้ย solution ยังอินเทอร์นันเซลุพันคันอินโคจุงคัน ai athen ka chu an lo khan a ro zela tha thei lo an te da rei thei lo a thon don pokhan boi khak ta ni chu ange ishe lo pon a boi chong lo a eng te ti nge thang
chi nai thi kan peng
okay chi nai thi le thil nang enge
NPK te MOP te
okay chumi chu tak chu khami data tang khan hei poi mo don ta ne KVK scientist nen in soi pui am hei
atimo
KVK scientist ho khojol mi puhen ri te ho nen soem
ai soi lo
okay soi ula mo nakina kena ni pon kan lo langa chuan kan ti don ya hei chu voina top lawang kan ti zu yang chuan in kal he mo kal lo mo tual te tomato ti ma son nan kan mangang te kha lo belok do ni chu chuan ka le hian tomato ku tin mang do na tro kut pui ro pui no na ne ti bia an lang choi
min som don em ke ni ho hi STAM ho hi
in lo kal vek don
chuan tual te san zong kha meter sang khat te som di vel ni ka sian aizol ang vel ani chu
Ale next Colby RL thiet pui Little Flower Convent middle school ser chip kan so manga chumi zo chonal thamon pui APS site to low in ding hal sida thange.
Good morning. I am Kobe Arlishitpui of Class 8, studying Little Flower Convent School Serchi. Today, we are present here on the 30th National Children's Science Congress, 2023. Today, we will be presenting our project on the topic, Impact of Land Excavation Activity of NH54 Bypass Road, New Serchi, on the water of Tuikum River, mainly focus on potential of hydrogen and turbidity. And our project is based on experiment data and survey data. And I'm here with my friend Arla Nunfila. As excavation of land is taking in different parts of Mizoram due to construction of highway, which greatly affect the ecosystem, we found out that large number of soil are dumped, and these dump soil are flowing to the river Tuikum, which greatly affect the pH and its stability. We have a survey to the PHE office in which data was taken and found out that the pH of water is greatly affected as compared to 2019. Aims and objective. Study the pH and turbidity of Tuikum, river contaminated by examination of road. Document effect of soil drain in the stream. Improve spoil bank, dumping area. Now, let's move to methodology. Analyzing the water sample of raw water with the help of pH test paper. Observing dumping soil effect, turbidity of water. Comparing water sample for the past 3 years. Now, hypothesis. Continuous dumping of soil may affect aquatic life, affect water source in the stream, affect the pH and turbidity of Tuikum River water. The pH of water in 2019 was 7.43, and the pH of water in 2022 was 6.437. As compared to 2019, the pH of water is towards basicity. Here, in our experimental data, we can observe that the pH of water is towards basic, and in comparison of average pH and turbidity, pH of raw water. In year 2022, the average pH value is 7.4, and in result, it is slightly basic. And in year 2019, the average pH value is 6.4, in result, slightly acidic. And in turbidity of raw water, in year 2022, the average of turbidity of water is 38.8, and in result, it is high. And in the year 2020, the turbidity of water is 18.4, in result, low. Here we have a water sample. These are the water that we collected from 3 different streams. This is water collected after rain, which has high turbidity. And this is water collected before rain, and its turbidity is lower than before rain. And this clear water is collected from the stream, which flow into the river. And here we have the result. Turbidity effect on BOD, biological oxygen demand. The more turbidity, the less dissolved oxygen.
Effect of higher pH on water. Taste become more bitter. Higher pH can harm the fish and aquatic life. And solution. Proper control of dumping soil. Construction of gabin wall on spoil bank stream. Water source on excavation site should be protected. This dumping of soil also causes a great effect on the turbidity of the water and the aquatic life. This dumping of soil also causes more landslide and also destroy our forest land, and it also affects our economy, especially to cultivators and local fishermen. From our field visit to the excavation of place, we found a great solution to prevent the soil into the water. That is construction of gabin wall. This wall block the soil with our dam, and this gaping wall is permeable, which is water can flow through. As excavation of highway cannot be stopped, construction of more gaping wall is suggested. Thank you.
Colby and Fela, presentation a flow tra project po ngai nom he mai.
Thank you, sir.
ถ้าข้าชวนเตลเทยเราว่าตาข้าชวนให้อินรันเรียกนวลเมีย GPS location ที่ปอนดาอินรันดาลมpH value ข้าอิงฟ้าอิงเงอดังลำตักนัดชันเบอร์นินเชียด
โออันเลยเลยนะตุยเวลอตินุดคันคำวิคานินอ pH level ค่ะที่สัง
อตินุตะวังคันโม
โอ
เจียงโม
โอ
อัลกัลนิข้าที่สร้างโจกผมทักกันนี่เสียทิลกันเป็นเตลเบลชวนทิลทารารันดูเบลชวนเงี้ยฉันดังอมเทียง pH value ดังลำนุชันก็
อัดวินุชัดจูนี่เตเวอร์ไหม
นี่เราข้ามีข้าอี excavated soil วังข้านิทอมาเซลโมอี volume of water ดังลำวังโจอมเจจูตุย value ตุย volume ข้าเตรียมชวน pH value ข้าดังลำชีนั่นนี่ชวน in test คุณข้าอินอังเลาตาอินอังเลาเงี้ยมา volume ข้าอินอังเลาตินเชมนี่กุมin compare ข้าจูนังมานี่เวกติข้าจูนี่เลาตีหลังนังมานี่หมดจีน่าที่แม่งข้ามีตุยกุมลุยข้าอินอังเลาเอ็มอลวนดานเลยหลายมาเลยเลยหลายนัวไอ้อังเราดูจนอินเชม
โอ้จีเวลวังคัน
สปอยล์เป็นหมูมาเราวังคัตโรจนนี่เลยสปอยล์เป็นจนปังอัน identify ซะอันมังเงี้ยสปอยล์เป็นคันมังจังไกเลี้ยมเรา
มังจังไกเลี้ยมเรา
เฮ็ดอย่างนี้เนี่ยกันหมดตันวัลเมียพอนี่เสละเฮ็ดไลบอร์เวลาพอเราเนี่ยท้าตีนานี่ตาจนข้ามี pH value ที่ข้าจูตุย volume จอขันนี่จอินเอานั้นจนอินเอาขัน solution อาขัน gabian wall ที่ใครรอนสอยgabian wall in spoil เป็นข้ามังดอลเสลายรอนติตาเองgabian wall จู
ลุงให้อันเริ่มโคมังฮีเนี่ยจู่สปอยเป็นกาคันอันสตาจวนให้ตุยนูเวลค่ะลุงอาคารเนี่ยเราฟิลเตอร์ตาจวนตุยค่ะเองลวงตั้งเทเท่าตาจวนตุยค่ะเราฟิลเตอร์งาตา
ตุยฟิลเตอร์นั่นจอกจวนมวยดู
โอ้จวนอัปโปรเทคนั่นปกคัน
ฮัลโหลโมเมข้ามีตักข้าอันนี้กันสวยชัวดูไล่ชั่วโมเลยดอลนั่นตัวลำปังชีข้าจูอินจิเนียร์แต่กุตาขันดาริตัวรออันนี้ขันอินจิเนียร์แต่กันศิลป์เฮมีเลยตานัดชัตุรังชีเวนิเซติงชีก็ success รอกตัวกับเบียนวัลขันนังมานี่ขัน success เวงดเราอุลโมข้าจูอินจิเนียร์แต่หาเวตัวรเนี่ยโม revetment วัลแต่ปอนดาดูได้เทโมอิเชม revetment wall เชลโลข้า wall ข้าจะช่างตามันนี่มุนมาจิรข้าโมข้าอัน suggest ตัวนั้นจอกส่วนชวนข้าที่ยังจีข้าsuggest เวลาตัวรอฉะนั้นกับเบียน wall ข้ามันนัดตัวเราตามันนัดตัวนี่เรามันชวนเลยข้าตอลข้าเวงเราไม่ปนนี่เราเลยข้าตอล จักสุดที่บอกกันนี่อาเวียนชุดทุสันนี่เสียละตุยหลวงตั้งที่ดีก็จุดดีก็มาเสียอีกงชักลำปังอ่ะมันนี่ตั้งไปกงตั้งลำมาที่จนจังกายเน็บทีนั่นนี่ข้าคำมันน้ำมันอมขับติไล่ตะข้าอินฟิล์มคนนั่นไล่ตัวนี่จูอินโปรเจกต์ก็รอจูจ้าขับติไล่ข้ากรอน point out ดูฟังอันเนี้ยอ๋อเขาเล่าไหม
Thank you, sir.
อัตราครบไม่อุณาวินเนี่ยทิลประคัดโหเต้ไปบอกสิมาเสียให้จูพวกเราจังไงนี่
Class 8.
เฟ่
Oh.
ให้ตาเฮียนin table มาสับเบอร์ table number 2 point table สองอ่ะเห็น in total in average ลากะฮี sorry total in average ลากะฮี point นัวเฮียนิน antinan ให้ turbidity ฮี antinan inteตา antinan ให้อันนี้ขัดตาหัน 21.99 นิดตาจนอันนี้หินาจน 19.2 มาเสียฮี 19.20 ตีนันนิตา 27.70 ตีนันนิตาจนเตียงเซลจนนิน point หน่วยเฮียนิน digit นี่เจ้าว่าอมันนี่จูinstrument ขันขัดเตียงกันติกาอวเตะเทดานเจียข้าอันนี้ตานี่ข้ามีป้าก็ติกข้าจวนเตะเทแล้วนี่จนจู average นั่นละตา 38.88809524 อัดกินอินแล้วดาตานี่จูมียอมเสียจูให้มี average หลักเขียนให้จูอินสารและอินมิสแต่จันตัวนี่กันนี่กัน38.88เท่งเจอินเรกบุงตัวนี่ให้ฮีปอยหมดลุตุกโมมาเสียให้จูอินเรกเคร์ลวางอาโปสอบประคาตจังเสียตัวนี่มาเสียทิลปอยหมดลุตุกันนี่ measurement อินหลักกันอิน instrument กันอันที่นั้นmeter 1.2 อันนี้จวน 0.2 จุงปากขัดที่ point ขมี decimal ขัด digit ขัดจุงปากขัดที่เราตีนะมาเส 1.235 อันนี้จวนขัดทิ้งขัดเตะขัน conversion เซมสมที่ตีนั่นนี่ตาเสียเทียบมันมาเสจุดเตียง instrument จูเอามาเงี้ยกันเทเรานี่จูให้มีอภัยจวนเจียงเอ็มจู digit นี่เท่งไอ้ปากขัดติกินอินเตะที่เราตาจูวางจวน average จินลักพอยัน digit นี่เท่งเจียตาตัวนี่เสียเทียบมัน
Yes, sir.
อัดลุตุกเกกันลมลุตุกเกอ๋อ
Thank you, sir.
Next dal thamon pui Presbyterian English School Saitwal kan somhale.
Good morning, honorable judges, respected teachers, and my fellow participants. I am Lal Thamwan Pui of Presbyterian English School Saitwal, and today I will be presenting my project on the topic Effect of Fall Armyworm, Spodoptera frugiperda on maize in Mualkhang area, Sifa. Now, first is the introduction to my topic. The outbreak of fall armyworm is a global natural phenomenon. It was firstly found in Africa in 2016. Since then, it has spread rapidly and poses a severe threat to the food security and livelihood of millions of farmers. In India, it was first detected on August 29, 2018 in Maharashtra. Since its arrival in Mizoram in 2019, the pest has spread rapidly through all the districts, and it was detected in more than 490 hectares of land across the state where maize is being cultivated. Coming to our objectives, here we have 5 objectives. They are 1. To quantify yield losses due to fall armyworm damage. 2. To study the factors influencing fall armyworm damage. 3. To estimate fall armyworm damage in smallholder maize fields. Number 4. To assess the level of maize damage caused by fall armyworm in our study area. And lastly, 5. To understand the effects of fall armyworm on maize and its management. Now, about our study site. Sifa is situated in Saitwal district with a total of 250 families residing in it. Here, it has a population of 1,073. Our study area, Mualkhang area, is 3 kilometers away from the village. Fall armyworm infested 75% of maize cultivation area, affecting 9 hectares of the 12 hectares of maize cultivation area. Next. About study design. 12 households of maize-growing farmers were chosen, and interviews were carried out in each household. This study was conducted during July to August 2022. On to data collection and analysis. A questionnaire was used to gather information from 12 farmers in our study area. A questionnaire was used to capture primary information on interviews: gender, age, educational level of farmers' experience in maize production, status of fall armyworm, economic impact of fall armyworm to local market, and control measures of fall armyworm by farmers. Here we have result number 1, socio-economic status. The study recorded from 12 maize farmers in comparison between 2 years, that is, before and after the outbreak, 2018 and 2022. The total yield loss of 63.8% is estimated to be 6,87,400 rupees. Here in 2018, the highest and lowest number of maize cobs harvested in a week was 1,800 and 450 respectively. And in 2022, the highest and lowest number of maize cobs harvested in a week is 1,200 and 250 respectively. Next. Here we have result number 2, fall armyworm infestation and maize output. Farmers whose farms were infested had an average output of 600 maize cobs per day. Whose farms were not infested had an average output of 1,029 maize cobs per day. There is an output gap between the infested farms and non-infested farms. It is estimated that there is an output loss of 41.69% due to fall armyworm damage in our study area. And here we have result number 3, status of integrated pest management. Among households infested with fall armyworm, only few of them adopted management practices. It is found that 16% approximately were found to adopt chemical method. And 2 households in our study area were unaffected by fall armyworm because of seed treatment with chemicals. And also, here, the percentage of adopting chemical method was 33.33%, while the percentage of adopting the cultural method was 16.67%, and no adoption of management practices have the highest percentage of 50%. Now, result number 4, sorry. Factors influencing fall armyworm damage. Though a major threat, the moth needs conducive weather to survive. It cannot tolerate extreme temperature. The rain seems to have broken the life cycle of the moth. Most fields in our study area were intercropped with pumpkins. Pumpkin intercropping increased fall armyworm damage. Fall armyworm damage was found to be significantly reduced by frequent weeding operations and zero tillage. Now on to our conclusion for this presentation. The level of infestation is much higher among farmers who do not adopt any management practices. And the effective method to prevent further outbreak is pre-sowing seed treatment, application of ash and soap solution in case of moderate infestation. And it is also believed that intercropping with pumpkins was found to increase fall armyworm damage. And here, the main problem faced by farmers in controlling fall armyworm was the lack of sufficient knowledge about fall armyworm. On to our future plan of action. Here we have 3 points. Number 1, to create awareness regarding application and knowledge about the pest and its management options. Number 2, introduce the potential of non-chemical pest control. And last but not least is number 3, outreach and educate maize growers about the fall armyworm. That's all that I can say for my project. Thank you very much.
Hello. Ma'am kakatikan looking raw. Kitilaya Kyan to create awareness regarding introduce potential non-chemical iti takhi enge munisoi te inayem.
Oh, it's this ash and soap solution.
Kakatsu asi enge ni seed treatment ang intro. So like kakai kuya changai isyad nge kikisu pre-sowing layan ni data effective method to prevent further outbreak itiatro. Chuan ngoro non-chemical chuan ni cha chuang lo tan chan chu soap solution ni mangdon tota detergent ani ta tro chuan khi pre sowing treatment iti taka khi khoe changa ishat nge ti khamin chil thiam effective method ti takhi anlo ti to nge intin nge ishat.
Some farmers from our district were doing this method, and we got this information from the agricultural office from Kaifang, and there was like not much information about this. They were using this method, but they didn't really know much about it.
The farmers ho chuan mo.
Yes.
Chuan ani le management name mi alo le pest management name mi alo kha sang ta 50% lai an ron nya tro khang ho kha damage tam lu tok ta ni chuan chung ho zinga chuan kimi ash le soap solution treatment khi an pe nge pe lo ishat puyem kami pest management nei lo ho chung kwa bi ka khan mo enge hwan nei iti kha pest management nei mi alo ho kha an om ta tro pheta chemical mang ho kha kle man ron oma chuan enge mo treatment nei ho kha kle man om le a chuan nei mi alo pest management nei mi alo kha 50% an om ta ni chung 50% ho chuan I kimi seed treatment akhi ama in an lo she to nge she lo nge are they ignorant of it shat ati ran ni nge an tilem lo lai khamin shil them.
Yes, it is not widely known by people, so here we have this presentation to create awareness about it. Yes.
In principle ming to nge
ma sum kima
min lo biak don nya o.
Yes.
Someone pui, I love your presentation style.
Thank you.
Very good one. So that's very interesting. Please, madam, please.
Thank you
in
very
the
much.
conclusion, let me say that, ma'am, please. In the conclusions, very interesting point is that intercropping with pumpkins was found to increase the maize. Very interesting. Can you explain why?
Oh, intercropping with pumpkins means that they like mix up the plants, like they plant it together, mixing them up, and the pumpkin blocks the area for growth for the corn, and the fall armyworm has like a high infestation in like dirty areas, so it can multiply in this area.
Okay. Kami reference in the whole unload the
It is also taken from the agricultural office from Kaifang.
Oh, already practice.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Someone put a very quick question. Is it that this fall armyworm is attacking only maize plant?
Yes.
No other plants?
Yes.
Okay. Then that makes sense.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manal Peki and my teammate is Lalomami. We are class 7 students of PC Grass School. The topic we are going to represent today is study on the use of polystyrene fish boxes for growing dragon fruits. Polystyrene is a synthetic polymer made from monomers of hydrocarbon styrene. Polystyrene is one of the most widely used plastic. Its uses include protecting packaging, containers, and lid, etc. We are familiar with the harmful effect of plastic waste for environment. It has negative effect in our climate, but the three most important are ocean pollution, land pollution, and food pollution. A large number of polystyrene boxes containing fishes have been imported to Mizoram every year. These old and used polystyrene fish boxes, if improperly disposed, we can imagine what damages it can cause to our environment. So it is important to find a way to reuse these old boxes. In Mizoram, we are using these old boxes as spots for growing some vegetables and fruits. Growing some vegetables and fruits in our rooftop and yard, as this is the important way to hold plastic waste for some years. In our project, we are studying how we can reuse these thermocol boxes in an effective way. In Mizoram, we are studying how we can reuse these thermocol boxes in an Objectives: to determine the capacity of polystyrene fish box for growing dragon fruits, to prove the polystyrene box can provide sufficient habitats for growing dragon fruits, to determine suitable needs for dragon fruits to produce good yielding based on data collected, to calculate the number of fruits harvested from selected households. In our project, we have three hypotheses, such as polystyrene boxes can be reused for growing dragon fruits. A good amount of dragon fruits can be harvested from all polystyrene boxes. Using only organic fertilizers can produce good quantity of fruits. The methods we're using, as we can see in the picture, the methods we're using for our project are: the size of polystyrene box was measured with measuring tape, and the area and volume of box was calculated. Next, a good amount, the amount of salt sufficient to fill polystyrene box was measured with digital balance and 10 liter of bucket. Data was collected from secondary source, which is Trade and Commerce Department, and questionnaires were developed, and data was collected from 30 households of 3 localities, such as Bethlehem Veng Klang, Tui Thang Veng, and Republic Veng. The question asked were: number of boxes used, number of fruits harvested in this year, level of hydration, fertilizer used, and duration of box used. Observation tables were prepared according to data analyzed, data collected, and data was analyzed. Observation: measurement of box area 3054.4 square centimeter, volume 1,795.2 cube centimeter. Amount of salt that can fill the box is 50 kg or 4 times 10 liter of bucket. Table 1 shows that inflow of box to Mizoram through Varengte, Barabi, and Kanhonche Cape. In 2019, 21,889 boxes were imported, and in 2020, 9,220 boxes were imported, and in 2021, 17,194 boxes were imported. In 2020 and 2021, the total number of boxes imported were less than in 2019. This was because of pandemic. Total number of polystyrene box entered Mizoram in the past 3 years is 48,303. Total number of houses visited 30 households. Total number of box used in Republic Veng, Tui Thang Veng, Bethlehem Veng Klang respectively are 54, 55, and 54, and therefore total number of box used is 163 boxes. Here the graph shows the number of houses using different composition of fertilizer, and we can see that the most used fertilizer is chicken manure. Total number of fruits harvested from 163 boxes is 2,608. Fertilizer used are chicken manure, cow dung, organic waste like peel of fruits and unwanted parts of vegetables, etc., NPK and Aircore fertilizer. The greatest yield was on 150 fruits in 4 boxes, that is 37.5 fruits per box. The greatest yield without using chemical fertilizer was 120 fruits in 4 boxes, that is 30 boxes per box. Here the yielding was higher when chemical fertilizer used, but without using chemical fertilizer, we can see that the yielding is also satisfactory. The age of dragon fruits from data collected ranging from 6 months to 5 years. The results from our project is in 2,608 dragon fruits was harvested from 163 polystyrene boxes. The amount of fruits harvested was greatly influenced by fertilizer use, amount of water fed, combination of chemical fertilizer and chicken manure produced greatest yield. Organic fertilizer alone can be used to produce good amount of fruits. Organic waste can be used as fertilizer. All polystyrene fish box can be used as pots for growing dragon fruits for more than 5 years. Our conclusion: if we did not reuse the amount of polystyrene fish boxes that have been bought and used by Mizoram for just 3 years, which adds up to 48,303, but discarded them instead properly, improperly. Imagine how damage it can cause to our environment. So instead of discarding them, we have used them to grow dragon fruits, which is known to have many health benefits. These old and used fish boxes are known to have many beneficial properties to help dragon fruits grow, and with the help of organic fertilizers and provided they got sufficient amount of water, we can grow dragon fruits enough to suffice a whole family without using any chemical fertilizer. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky and Lo Mommy. In project ka angai nom kop kan mu inangka ni ronzira alomom tin nang mani junior level mo ka in ron ti thakop mai chuan engen nang mani khan in
mangja lao
in ani chuan in guy teacher hovin in ti ho ti na ne mo alomom chuan veng pathum tro khain ti na kha chuan khoi veng a khang nge ti thaber
tui thang veng
kha kha I soitel lawem
soitel law
kha kan mulawa chuan veng pathum te khain ti kha chuan mo at hei keni ngai dana chuan tu te ngai thar chuak nem berang ngot te kal ngai to na lawm ve a chuan in lawa khan kami sangha bom kha in mangta khatiam bom kha
in project hi questionnaires in vazota data in va collect nami an in hawaiian khakamo in methodology a hian in soitelem the size the amount ti chokha in soitani in data collection here data was collected from intitor anitani achan chu hemi kumnga chunga dragon fruit lo ching ho hemi sanghabom lo mang ho zinga khan invane anita chu wang chuan a misleading de ulek ani chumo methodology a hian questionnaires were asked ityanga the following questionnaires ai eta hian he injak questionnaires hi apalina omtani chuan questionnaires in zota chuta antenan chungkwa apo khang dragon fruit lo ti lo ho te kha chu in bazo kharin om lo ta tro I am nge in zo tel tho dragon fruit mang lem lo dragon fruit ching lem lo ka tang sanghabo manga khan
dragon fruits
ching chau ami
dragon fruits ching chau kan
so selection in nei tani a criteria of your selected studies ho participants khan omta claimative scientific dan turani chu chuan criteria for your selection of participation kha omle tani ama sabera questionnaires in zota chumin hnu a ninang ama sabera criteria in siama dragon fruit ching ho te nena chuan questionnaires in tile tani in zo chung khan a size le chuti khati zong kha in vatte ninge in karinga dikem
ai te law khami box kha kan skola khanin kan la chuanin
chu in
kan te
ani chuan kha methodology om thelo this is just FYI for your information ang chawani chu chuan enge chu lo chu amount of soil sufficient to fill pohi nang mani skula inti chintro chu FYI ni le it cannot come as methodology achan chu heng met in zukda akha he tilai dragon ching tu te khan antilo mai the chetiam tro chu wang chuan you have two observations aninang methodology one the number one is your criteria of selection of participants chetiam tro dragon fruit ching tu te ne na kan kal enge inti questionnaires in zot chuan number 3 chuan dule khami a size of enge ni khami sanghabom le a soil sufficient ti khachu ki mania kan ti chin ki mani skula kan ti chin ti kha soi khachu poi chuang lawan ka ma se kha khachu point number 3 ani tur chuan heng data zong in ron nei na results zong po hi khang mi te lo chang to atang ani awangin khatang zong akal khachuan she tham dro ma se tu na ri hi chuan in project run kal manga hi it is little bit misleading hey sarina zo chewa dragon fruit in tm ta ti cha lo ila ti le ngal ta ni khan khati ni chuan science su ati kan lo ti rualin questionnaires kan va zo kha a scientific lo na om chuang lo ta chuan nang mania po hian I study on the use of qualitative and quantitative analysis in ti tuna hian mo chu du le ti khan han thak ula in thak du lo ani pon a poi chuang mi lo ma se a methodology kha in siam that ngei chunga yang ti chuni ro se o thank you in ti chalu tu kanya
Thank you, Miss.
o mi te hi kalau friat tan chuanin I district level mizo tongin I present ro
Oh,
eti sab tongin tu na I present kera
sab in the Tory Mintia.
tuin
Volator how can, mommy how can.
anti to chia ani tak chu mizo tong pon poi mi lo nia atuna pon iti thal tu ka mar chu mizo tongin I nuami ti jong yam o ti thil thua kan zot to mei chani chu I mizo tong pon thei mi dang po kha lo lungai lo la level thil pakhat riat chian du kan ya I table number 2 akhan I thian nu pan du le min chang sen level of hydration in a week ti hi kalam pakhat in define a heti hian level of hydration in a week ti hi engiom zia
Milau kung ita kin special thing.
hey in table number 2 a hianin antinan a table o hem ta hian ka hrelo om lo antinan data collected from survey teatro antinan case number ti ten number of box used by each house ti te fertilizer used ti te chona topera hianin kalam topera hian level of hydration in a week in tia chon a chan na chu twice ti te thrice ti te ani ta hlom ta ni hei hi enge
Oh, ikar khata voi ni an tui kha an pe ti.
Tui pe ka chu hydration okay chu kan thra chiang tu kan ring deuh boka ani kan ringa iti thal tu ke kan lom lu tu ke
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Larin Sangi, Class 8, and I am presenting for PES Kosolvengtar Pastorate. The focal theme of 30th State Level Children's Science Congress 2022 is Understanding Ecosystem for Health and Well-being, and the title of my project is Environmental Management and Utilizing Sereniceras and Data Pill Waste as Natural Food Coloring under Subtheme 5, Technological Innovation for Health and Well-being. First of all, our aims and objectives are to study the use of waste from our local plant, to extract the pigment from the peels of dragon fruit, and to study the stability of the pigment by variation of pH, light, and temperature. Now the hypothesis. The natural pigment made from our local fruit. Dragon fruit peel waste are healthier, easily available, and good enough for replacing artificial food coloring. The need statement and relevance. From the survey, most of the people in Kosolvengtar area throw away the peels of fruit and vegetable and make our environment dirty. Artificial food color are commonly used in almost every food items. The methodology. Questionnaire has been taken from 92 respondents from Kosolvengtar area for extracting the pigment from the peel of dragon fruit. 500 grams of dragon fruit peel are chopped into tiny pieces by knife and keep it dry under the sun for 6 hours. Grind the dry peels of dragon fruit using grinder into a fine powder, which gave us magenta color food pigment. Light stability test is conducted within 21 days by mixing 1.25 grams of pigment in the 10 milliliter of tap water into container. One container is closed and kept in room temperature, and the other one is open and kept outside. Color stability test is conducted with mixing 1 grams of pigment in the 10 ml solutions of hydrochloric acid, lemon juice, water, lime water, and sodium hydroxide. Now our observation. This pie chart shows the response that we received from our questionnaire. As we can see from the pie chart, out of 92 response, 69% of family throw away peels of fruit and vegetable, and only 31% of family convert the peels of fruit and vegetable into an useful product like fertilizer, sweet, and mouth freshener. Okay, this graph shows the color stability on different solution observed after mixing with the pigment. Sorry. For hydrochloric acid, pH is 2 and the color changed to dark red, and lemon juice pH is 3 and the color changed to light pink, and water pH is 7 and the color is magenta, and lime water pH is 12 and the color changed to light yellow, and sodium hydroxide pH is 9 and the color turns to dark yellow. This table is about the comparison between artificial food coloring and natural food coloring. First of all, artificial food coloring. Artificial food coloring contains petroleum, coal tar, carotenoids, chlorophyll, and anthocyanin. Effluents during the productions of food dye are sent to river or sea, and water become contaminated. Consumption of artificial food color cause depressions, memory loss, and aggressiveness. Now, natural food coloring. Natural food coloring contains calories, carbohydrate, sugar, fiber, and protein. Natural food coloring doesn't contain any bad chemical which can harm our health and environment. Light stability test. Pigment solution closed with lid and kept in a room temperature. There is no changes from the first week till the third week. Pigment solution open with the lid and kept outside direct sunlight. First week, no changes in color but bad odors occurred. Second week, color changed into yellow and bad odors including molds occurred. Third week, color changed from yellow to brown and bad odors with molds occurred. Heat stability test. Initial temperature and color of the solutions. At 25 degrees Celsius, color remained the same, that is magenta, and after 10 minutes at 92 degrees Celsius, color changed to light pink, and after 20 minutes at 96 degrees Celsius, color changed to light yellow, and finally after 30 minutes at 98 degrees Celsius, color turns to yellow. Our data analysis and interpretation. According to the survey, out of 92 family, 64 family usually throw the peels of fruit and vegetable, and 28 family usually convert the peels of fruit and vegetable into an useful product. Color stability tests show that the pigments are stable in solution between pH range from 2 to 7. Heat stability tests show that the pigment attain the stability of heat till 96 degrees Celsius, and the color is fade if the temperature is raised to 98 degrees Celsius and above. From the light stability test, we found that for preserving the pigment, we suggest the pigment to be kept in a closed container in a cool and dark place, and direct sunlight should be avoided. Now the result and discussions of our project. The pigment obtained from dragon fruit is magenta in color and has a high potential to be used as a natural colorant over synthetic colorant. Converting peels of dragon fruit into a pigment also reduces waste and leads to cleaner environment. Solution to the problem. For solving the excess waste produced from peels of fruit and vegetable, we introduce making natural pigments from the peels of dragon fruit. Our future plan. People must be aware and taught about the conversion of waste from fruit and vegetable into an useful product. Government should take the measure to lessen the development of artificial food coloring and encourage the use of natural food coloring. Thank you.
Mizoram or English?
Mizoram.
Dragon fruit ing I am.
Oh.
Iek ing rong
Purple.
Dragon fruit egg purple hi athave riau nyang atinge purple na sanyang appeal chau ni lawa po.
A color ka strong em wangin.
Pigment ni kha kan pumina digest low ti nani tani. Oh. Kan pumina a pigment hi pumina digest low wangin a pigment hi angya langanin eka kan he atla chuak thei ti nani ta tro.
Yes, miss.
Suti lai tak chuan kan han in puan lok hun kan la nei tho boka covid lai khan research ti turin kan chua kan ni mo covid research ti turin chuan ni leng in kan kal kwala chu ta chu mitlai chuan dragon fruit hi avoi khatna tan ke yani kan e mai chu kamang kha anga kanau hi doctor nya serchi pa khan oi ka e ka thi enga tinge ka tani iti ve to nga yem timia lo mo okay chuan e ka zodu I have question to ask. What do you mean by lime water? Hey sir, nen han kan lo soi chara he ta khan observation table 2 hydrochloric acid, lemon juice, tap water, lime water, hydroxide ineta hemi lime water hi enge kita khan lemon juice itia lime water itileta khimi lime water khi enge ning
chinai tui ti na
oh okay, thank you. That was all. Thank you.
Sar zau thana run lui nan rim kan comment lek tiang. Huna tawati kan ni fia me Miss Khanin ain puana ke po til ni zatla tun tleng ka soi thin ni pakhatom fe trum ka chu hospital bula khanin dragon fruit ti pakhatia na lo zora kaman mo tu ka bulami khathil ka kaleya chan man mo tu khan kala kapu hei dragon ni lo lei vero dragon ni lo titani chu dragon te khachu atten ton lu tuka masa kan en chiang chu dragon fruit khalo nia dragon te chu isir chiang chak
Yes, sir.
Angai no ve at thale mai originality atle min tiang hi chu hei mun tanga a universal awang hian lo ti to te pon om mei the ma se nang ma ni na he tia intiver him shrem hi I atra him shrem ni Mizoram banga te chon tima sa perpo in ni mei thea chuwa chonin alo om kop mei project ngai nom te do in lo tia kan lom lu tu ke
ka lo so velok che I hei hen tu ngai siam dan han soi non le lok
I dragon fruit ang kor kha te in kan sana chuang kha ni ya kan phoro chang grinder ring kan grind ro mai kan grind dip
chom he nge man to
I sweet kan siama pineapple pil sa chang khata khan kan mangchin
adanga chu mang chuang lo mo alo mo chon nge improvement te in ron nayem nge improvement lai le
science lampanga
ninang I project a hian mo district atrangai state level kal hian nge improvement te ron nei belem
Yes, there's a lot, sir.
Alo mo me chuan in lo hemi hi dragon fruit pakhat nge engzat nge man hemi siamnan hian
Pali velanyang
kha ida tel lo im kha
mo
ida tel lo tat ro
500 grams kanti
ida ngoro kalo mu mai me gram zanga tangin engzat nge chuak thei de
Hello.
Va poi chi gram zanga tangin hemi zati siam chokatro hemi hi bu kan me ya tro acha alo mo me katlai te kha atel lo mo kan ti ni chu alo mo thal tu project
Thank you very much.
No tu chuan tira lompui Bethel Mission School Champhai.
Good afternoon, respected evaluators, teachers, and my fellow students. My name is Tila Lompuye. I'm class 9 student studying in Bethel Mission School. The topic of our project is a study on solar water heater to replace electric geyser in Champhai town under the sub-theme of technological innovation for ecosystem and health. Introduction. Clean, green and eco-friendly energy is essential in the present times due to increasing population, deforestation, and climate change. One of an important factor to reduce grid power supply usage is utilizing the solar water heater to warm water for bathing and other domestic usage. A solar water heater works on the principle of black body absorption, that is, black color absorb more heat than any other color. The aims of our project is to compare the total cost, initial and maintenance cost of solar water heater and electric geyser, and also to assess how much energy and its cost can be saved by using solar water heater instead of electric geyser. Our main hypothesis is The total cost, that is initial and maintenance cost of solar water heater, will be less expensive than electric geyser in 5 years' time. Our methodology consists two parts, namely surveying and mathematical calculations. Door-to-door surveying was done to 10 families that uses solar water heater. Questionnaire was asked and data were collected, namely volume of solar water heater, electrical energy consumption and electricity bills, and also other different 10 households that uses electric geyser. Questionnaire was asked, namely power of geyser, number of times turned on in a day, and time taken to warm water. This electricity bill slab was obtained from the P&E department and used for our calculations. Here are observations. The first table shows the energy consumption of electric geyser, and the mean power is 2.47 kilowatt, and mean time used in a day is 58.7 minutes. The next table shows the energy consumption of solar water heater, in 1 month of 10 different households, and the mean power and the mean energy use was found to be 165.1 kilowatt hour. Here are our calculations. Mean power of geyser was 2.47 kilowatt, and mean time used to warm water was 0.98 hour. Thus, mean energy used in a day was 2.42 kilowatt hour, and mean energy used in a month will be 72.6 kilowatt hour. For solar water heater, mean energy consumed in a month was 165.1 kilowatt hour, and the electricity bill was rupees 952.21. If geyser was used instead of solar water heater, the total energy used will be 165.1 kilowatt hour plus 72.6 kilowatt hour, and we got 237.7 kilowatt hour. That is equation 1 plus equation 2. And the electricity bill will be rupees 1,509.14, and the difference in cost is rupees 557. The next table shows the cost comparison between solar water heater and electric geyser. To summarize it, we can see that the total cost incurred in electric geyser is 42,920, while solar water heater is only 39,000. This table concerns only about the cost, and in the next table, we can see the comparison between the two in other parameters. Solar water heater is higher the initial cost and needed large space in top building, and it cannot be used for extended cloudy days. However, with regard to our environment, it is quite eco-friendly as the energy is directly provided by the sun, which is perpetually free and clean. Electric geyser uses electricity, which is generated by burning fossil fuel, and which harms our environment. Now, from the data we have gathered, we can see that rupees 557 per month can be saved by using solar water heater, and the total cost of electric geyser exceeds solar water heater in 5 years, and hence prove our hypothesis. That is all I can present for you. Thank you.
Guide teacher and Tokrim Leme, Alomom Leme, Til Chatakan Presena, in Sarnel Sonan Azorvang, Sunilong Sumo Azor Troka.
Yes, sir.
Kafet Latani, Til Kafet Vionia. Kituna, Ama slide Masam, Pasale Khan Tilok, my table Khan. Next Zoka Khan. Kimi geyser, meantime used to warm tea like him 58.7 minutes in liter tan in shoot. Geyser at 1 liter function momo.
Liter Kazukan Manglawa, Hemi, Matsia, table ka, Katami ka, Amin Kanla. Hey,
what?
Did I?
Kuilamo? Oh yeah, Anman Chung Day more.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Kimi power pokinita, power lemo in Kainhoichu. A liter zat kanita ni geyser liter kamo. Joan solar water heater kan liter zat anilenga. chu mi chu thil compare don chuan thil in ang kha compare ve ngai ni mo adi ke
Yes, sir.
entin 10 liter mang hi chun tam lu tuk lo mai theya 5 liter vel kha common ani karingan man thina khan ani em
Geyser hi chuan 10 liter kha common zok 10 le 6.
10 le 6 mo chiang mo
You can kan logbook a khan in te yan.
oh logbook kha ka lo en lo ni hi hi mi
Oh.
a try chuan khami kha ni le solar water heater a khian mo liter in sa fe nge ne
Common in ma.
common in tuna
100 liter nya pakhat kha som kan zota pakwa kha 100 liter nya pakhat kha 150 liter.
oh pakhat che hi 150 ni mo he
Yes, sir.
alo mo me supplement le na ka zo turin hre hle mai online next a khan ka le cheng le chuan a calculation a chuan ti khian a ron chhuak ta chuan nang mani ina engin man tak le in man
Kan lamang lo ve ve.
oh ai kha ka zo na ni ta ni school a kha chuan SWH khain manga tro
A school angin ma.
school a khain mangta SWH ka tro
Manglo.
manglo mo ngatinge o in sarne son cham han pui lo chu le tak taka in mangani mo in mang ka photo ni panin mangani chuan eng po chu ni sila a hlok zok ani ta ni a hlok zok chuan a duration kha thathun chu kha in hre thei angem thili ron compare ta cha sa man rai thei chung
10 years warranty kha omta khami wang khan 10 years chung khan alo chat palpon thar kha an provide le the.
Try ngai nom takani
Thank you, sir.
Hebi heta in lausia hi kamit alang ringa. The limitation of study ti hi kan chiar choka. The study was conducted on the sample size of 20 households only and may not correctly reflect the actual data. Tia hi apoi mo khop mai sample hi somni chawnia ani tak takani hei riat vere ngai ni chumo hei project kan ti hian atra khop mai karil ro lo lang ve pakhat ka zo chak chu ka riat chian chak ka chu I heta geyser le solar water heater I compare ta solar water heater chu ni satangai ni chumo
yes
fur laite khati laite khanin champai te pe chu ma jing ve fo nga khatia khanin I jing kara ten nge ala tui vot to khain mang palang ti te ka loem ni nge han comment chin te
khata khajan solar water heater kha hey chutia man theilo top ang khajan ni theilo ta shimshima I asalu tuklo ang kha an tamai
in ayan kan nemo solar to SWH to kini ina kan experience to kumni kan omto nuwa kan heater kan mamo apiang in emo hey tuilum kan mamo apiang kan mamo huna kan ni salo zelani chu wang chuan I solar kan nei bok a geyser kan nei bok chu ani chuanin khatilaya kha no it's very practical hey a practical top antinan ni sat chat viau ni I in bual do emotility do khan tuilum kha I mamo mi alo ta ni chuan tuilum kan mamo deu ni khan ni a sat chat si lo chuan zia he thil han zia pakha chu kan experience ani ta ni chuan nang ni khami kha ke kha ka experience ani sia pakhat ma scientific na chuang me lo ma se out of necessity alo ni ve ta ni chu ni lo chuan tuilum kha in bual na tur kha chuan te ngai ta abwai thak lut tuk ta ni asat that si lo chuan mo kha from your study a khan khang angkha an lo om ve re ngem ti le nang ni po chuan enga tinge in man lo
question ma sa zo ka khajani kan survey top ta kan survey na khanin an soi lang lo ta an kan zo bera kha chu aliter za te an man hun ang kha chu kan zo chuang ta mi alawa an electric bill kha kan dila a energy kha kan a energy a kha kan ziak ta topa
mi soi kha chu mo 24 hours kha lum tur ngai ni ta ni sa lo po ni se khatiang kha in zo tem khatiang kha tunami kha an SWH on TV ka kha model kha chisang sang kha om ve a kha in zo tel lo ti na ni mo mi zon na lai kha
zo tel lo
a poi chon lo ke chon hemia rep cha ke chon I geyser te tinga hi chuan por mang tlem ka ka chu thaga te 3 liter chok ke chu ka mangamo asama I tin por kha he man lo chuan solar kha chu I lo a tha thowa I ke pon adana tur ka chu ka siam sa thowa ma se ka mang lo ka man lo na chan chu muna he chu wang me we chu ne a thalu tuk iron present kha I study song po kha adik lawang kan ti thei lawani study ni tlata wangin chu wang chuan a tha project thalu tuk ani
thank you very much sir
kan lo me
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joseph Rolupia. I'm reading class 9 and I am from New Colony High School. I'm a sabera chuan anchina hang kazam tuka vekat chans min pek lewang kalom ani chuan atau bulat tang chuin kan soi fial leng hal menga vena ka project rom present to here sub theme fostering health nutrition and well-being hoya omania kan project title chu study of Indian gooseberry as a traditional medicine in Siha town ani traditional medicine kan ti hian ma lai kan pi le pu te atang tho tun thlenga kan society a kan larin emo kan la man thing thlai le theira atanga siam damlo damdoin en kolnan le natna ti damna na kan man hi ani he sun lui taksar selna ta na lo tha em ya antioxidant thata kania vitamin C pai hnem ta kani bok chon tunlain kan khovel themna sang chho zela hian plan satanga siam damdoi kan plan satanga siam damdoi ron lar chho em tin Mizoram chunga po hian sunlu that je hi kan chho zela chon sunlui BP sang tan a that thu te kan lo thave to thina chu wangin he kan project hi kan thlang ta ni he sunlu zirchian bi ka ta na kan thlan hi English chuan Indian gooseberry ania India vai ho chuan amlan tibok Kingdom of Plenty hnuaya omania atlasi dicotyledone ania ajena si emblicanin a scientific name a chuan emblica officinalis ani he kan project kan tina na kan thilman te chu ama sabera chuan Indian gooseberry he hi sunlu kha ania apanhina chuan sphygma manometer he BP te na ania digital kan mangani apathumna chuan grinder apalina water apangana pen le aparukna paper methodology kan experiment ti chodan chu hetiang hian ama sabera chuan survey method kan manga survey method atan hian questionnaire hi mi somthum te hne na sem chho ania questionnaire tang hian BP sang te ankum an sex occupation le damdoi alai ani le ni lo identify nan kan mangani apan hina chuan sunlu kan siam dan sunlu tu he sunlu hi fai takin kan sil fai phata chuan kan sil fai to sa tanga ra so medium size ka grinder kan her dip leve ka kan her dip to nu chuan no 120 ml twin and kan chokani apathumna chuan experimental method kan experiment conduct dan chu anhima sabera kang bipanga BP sang nei te kha zingkara an BP kha kan han te vek phata chuan sunhlu tui kan siam chop kha kan peta ni tin darkar khat nuwa an BP chu kan te lein kan record le ngal thlap bok chuan BP sang nei then khat he tlailama kan te sa achan chu kan soi to ang khan zingkara chuan darkar khat nga angai awangin kan test vek man lowa chu wangin a then te chu tlailama kan test ani chuan sunhlu tui po kan pe ve ngal tho bok chuan aniriat nia po tiang tho hen kan tile ani chuan he sunhlu tui hi BP sang nei te hna test na ani na angin machine normal BP hi kan hriat ma sak poi mo me machine normal BP hi 120 by 80 mmHg ani kan questionnaire atanga BP sang nei te hi an BP san dan azir hian clear shan an nia pre hypertension pathum an nia hypertension stage 1 pakhat le hypertension stage 2 pakhat ten ni kan questionnaire atang bok khan BP sang nei te hi group nia tension an nia patients above senior citizen le patients below senior citizen ten ni patients above senior citizen a hian mipa pahnih an nia sarkar na thok ve ni in non vegetarian ve nia chuan bar graph kan huang hian kumsomruk panga hi hypertension stage 2 ania kumsomruk pahnih hi hypertension stage 1 ani chuan patients below senior citizen a kan en lenga kan huang hianin below senior citizen a hian chuanin mipa pahnih le hmeichhia pakhat an nia mipa pahnih te hi kut na thoka ei zong an nia hmeichhia hi sarkar na thok ani chuan mipa te pahnih hi sorry an zawa hian pre hypertension nei ten ni chuan heta kan huang hian anim hasabera BP sang nei te sunhlu tui anin hma le anin hnu an blood pressure ania helai bar graph kan huang hian ka sunhlu tui kan siam chop kan intir hnu khan an BP hi an hiam ve deuh vek ani chuan aniriat anisari hnu aniriat nia patient songjong te an BP kan te hnuwa an blood pressure ani le chuan kha sunhlu tui kan siam chop kan intir hnu khan an BP alo tlan hiam ve deuh hret ani result kan observation le kan experiment changa kan result mu chu hypertension stage 2 hi anima sabera a blood pressure chu 160 by 106 mmHg ania mase aniriat nia a BP kan han tele khan 129 by 92 mmHg ani chuan hypertension stage 1 hypertension stage 1 hi anima sabera a BP kan han te kha 140 by 190 mmHg ania aniriat nia kan han tele chu 119 by 82 mmHg ani chuan pre hypertension nei hote chu kan hria tang hian an BP hi asang lawa kha sunhlu tui kan in tir hnu phea khan chuan an BP hi a normal pha deuh vek ani conclusion kan experiment conduct atang le kan result atang hian he sunhlu tui kan siam chop hi BP sang ten kolna na thalea tin gastritis le constipation ate po hian apui ngei porin chu wangin BP sang nei then khat ho te hiam he sunhlu tui hi in vaccine zel se chuan kan ram hian he sunhlu hi herbal medicine atan imang tangkai zelin iwar zel angotin atop karon khar nia kalome
ale amai zona ziato ka zona masadu chu enwanga tui kha 120 ml karen man 100 ml po man thaya 50 ml po man thaya
kha chu asunhlu kan man zir khan tui kha aom tok tura kan ngai kha kan telve ke mani khan
pum somani kha chuan 120 ml kha ngai ang vel khan ngai Imtinatil solution kan siam don chuan agrama zir khan i thina tro ama po khan kan sei thuak to สุนลูกากรัมชุดที่จะตา120 ml อโต้ขันเตียงจีขโมมีฮีเขามีไล่ตะขาเสียดเอ็นตินันตุยมังเคลลวินสุนลูกาไม่ตาเสเตปอนติเทนิโตรเอ็งไฟเงี้ยอาจุยสเสียมขันอัดบิงนาลายตุรังเลยยังไงดานะ
อาจารย์สู้เฮ้ยอันที่งั้นเสียงสุนลุยอุปลัมตานต่อไปจนไอ้คันจนไอ้น่ะอินข้าหาดำทักได้จอกันเนี่ย
เอาสำหรับฟังอันนี้ไม่ตรอตุยตีขจวนอัตลุตุกข้าอีฉันตัวก็ไปเสียดูข้านี่ฟิล์มจุนบอกกันจวนนึกถึงตัวนั้นมีสไลด์ตาเจ้าเข้มบีพีสังตันหรืองดข้านี่ที่ preventive ตันพออัตราหันติดละอันนี้เข้ม
อาจารย์ที่ส่วน gastritis และ constipation อาจจะพอมินปีบอกอันที่
ช่วงที่พอจะรู้เสียเตลเวตัวละเนี่ยตรอัตราเอลโมเม
โจเซฟไอตัวละเล็งบอกสิเราไอทิ้งจาร์ไม่เทนี่ป่วย
ไปสองแล้ว
มิสกันบาร์กราฟคีคอยตะกินมินันตีลันสักเซเฮลายนี่ทิลเฟลโลอมันนี่จูว่าทิลเฟลโลอีกชั่วเทียมโจเซฟอิงมันนี่ที่กล่าวปัลอินในนี่จูเฮ้ย science เฮ้ยทิล present น่าจะ serious ตัวไหมเองอีกชั่วเทียม
ก็ชัดไม่เอา
คีให้ x exist และ y exist ในตาตรอข้ามี in identify แล้วก็จะไปหล่นตาเส y exist คี number ริงก็ตินตาคีเอง number ตะคีเองไอ unit ที่ in ตาเตลว่าเองไอ unit คี
สร้างโซคี systolic blood pressure เนี่ยอันยามโซคี diastolic
อันนี้เรา y exist คีให้สมนิสมลีสมรุกสมเรียดจ้าสมนิจ้าสมลีจ้าสมรุกจ้าสมเรียดอินเตียคีเองอเตนะอัตราที่การให้อินคอมตูร์เองเลย
1 unit 1 centimeter ขัดทิ้งกันละ
เองคีเองว่า exist คีเองเตนะไงทิลริซองไง
BP เตนะ
BP เตนะBP เตนะจู่ไปแล้วอาเซียนเราปนเอง blood pressure ที่จู่เสียdraw some millimeter in the mercury column จู่อีกตาจวนกันสวยตัวเสียตะกจู่กราฟโมเองพวกกัน present ยันเหตุบาร์ชาตันิตา x แต่ว่า exist ที่ทัดเดว่า define ง่ายนี่จู่โมกระซงจระติสวลตัวรีมาเสกกระซงมุลตาดิจู่จนอัตโตเพื่อกระซงมุตาอัลลอฮ์องเงี้ยอัลลอฮ์ผมเรา
อีสงหุ่นสนอลมก็ตี
อัตราช่วยสวยนะหุ่นแต่เดี๋ยววันนี้ให้กันอินดิเกตไงตัวนี้จู่โมแอนตินันไดกรัมเตปโปแคปชั่นกันเชียบางเฮียนอัลลอฮ์ว่าไหมให้ตาจวนอิจิกสิให้ตาจวนอิจิกอินรีพอร์ตตาจวนอัตราลุตุกใส่ดูเต้ในคลิปแบบน้องมันหุ่นกันในบ็อกเซีย
ใส่ดูสู้นี่สินะกรณีที่สวมสัตว์กันกระซำตุกมาเสน้องมาดินมิคงอายุเวขัดมิตีฉันเลยวางเห็นก็หล่อไม่ตีกรณีใส่นั่น
แกนี่พอกันหล่อไหมกันหล่อลุตุก
แกพอกันหล่อไหม
ตัวน่ะให้โจเซฟอิสุกไทยโจเซฟเราดินชาวฉันเตปฮีcompetition over competition อันนี้เราเสียลันตีน่าจิขัดนิติก้าเราเสียเทียมุละอินเอลริงอดอินนี่เรานี่อินเอลน่างออันนี้งอเรานี่ที่ลำปังเขาว่าข้าเทียกันตีกันดูสักบีกันนี่เราว่าอาทิลตีข้า interesting บ็อกเสียมีดังเตียงพวกินไอ้เงี้ยเราสวยชั่ว dấu lâu nia kan ria da wangin ti chale se kan tia mi dang po ti non tui nom cho nó thấy reng to ni ti kha nan soi ni chu alo ome